What's he doing with all the water?
He's probably just standing there like this, just splashing it everywhere. He had.
Wednesday! Hello, everybody!
Hello.
Yeah.
How's our sound?
Hopefully it's good.
Hopefully no one's screechy. Because last time I noticed that I was like kind of loud. So,
Were you?
So I just turned myself down a little bit. So hopefully.
Okay.
It's hard. Like I feel like I always fiddle with it. Like every time I stream or we do the podcast, like I fiddle with it a little low, but not too much.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. I'm just scared because you guys say that and then I rewatch it and I'm like, fuck guys, I was like loud. Guys. You guys lying.
See, I don't hear what we sound like on stream.
Me neither.
So like
Me neither at all. Yeah.
And I normally find myself on my own streams peaking way too loud. Like I don't know. Genuinely, like I think it's just my old school mic that I have. It's like it's hard to adjust it in any way, even through OBS, because then it almost like counteracts what the mic, because this is supposed to be meant for like streaming on an Xbox kind of in a sense, which it's great. It's a great mic. I'm happy. I've had it for many years, but like I do need an upgrade, which that'll happen down the road eventually. That's not a top priority.
Yeah.
So it's just like I often laugh at myself because I'm like, I don't know, like especially on OBS when you see the bars and I'm like, is it supposed to go red when I talk? Like, am I supposed to get 0.0 dB? Like, I don't know. I feel really dumb, but I don't have a clue.
Yeah, me neither.
I just hope for the best, and if I sound like shit, I'm losing viewers usually. No one wants to tell me. It's fine.
That's okay. It's all good.
But yeah, how's everyone doing? Hi, Jordan. Hi, Goof.
Jordan. Hi, Goofin. Hi, everyone. Happy Wawta Wednesday.
Happy Wawta Wednesday.
Happy Wawta Wednesday.
Episode 10, you guys.
10. We made it to 10. Isn't that crazy?
Can you believe it's 10 episodes? What the frick?
That's crazy.
How did that happen so fast?
I don't even know. Don't even know.
Like, seriously, that's 2.5 months, right? Am I doing my math right?
Yeah,
that's a lot. I'm impressed.
I think we've missed like 2 in total. Like, we skipped like
twice. We missed 2.
Yeah, and then there was the original.
The first one wasn't recorded, and then I think we actually only skipped 1.
Yeah, do you think we just skipped 1?
I think
so too.
I think so.
Yeah, maybe.
And it was like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
It was just recently, and it was a couple weeks ago.
I think it was just like
no, it was when right after we fell.
Yeah, it was right after we fell.
Because unless you might have. No,
I think we skipped once before.
The day you were getting sick, you still streamed, and then you were sick, I think, but we still did the podcast the following Wednesday. We might have skipped that next Wednesday, but either way.
Yeah.
Maybe. Anyways, it doesn't really matter, but like we've done really good.
It's 10.
It's 10, and it doesn't matter if we skipped them or not, but I'm still impressed that we haven't skipped more, considering how life can be and how busy shit is. And
seriously,
I'm impressed with us keeping hold of this. I'm so proud because I think of my Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays all the time because I'm like, my escapes, yes, I get to do something. So I'm always just like, yeah, specifically Wednesdays and Fridays. I love my Mondays too, but like I get really pumped about Wednesdays and Fridays, you guys, like really pumped. I love my Mondays too. Don't get me wrong, because y'all know who you are.
Yeah.
We're all here. Hi guys, I love you. I love this too. It's fun. Yeah.
Stream now, your birthday.
Hi,
Happy
Kaylee.
birthday!
Happy birthday! I wish we had something to like pop on the screen to wish you happy birthday, but here we are. Happy birthday!
You didn't pre-warn us, so we couldn't do anything. This is your fault.
She did mention, I think, on Monday in my stream.
Well, I wasn't there.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I love you. She's my internet child. Episode 10. Sorry, I'm putting this in I was gonna say dick cord.
In your dick cord? Oh my god.
Hello. I'm blushing now.
My god.
Episode 10 starts now. Come
just
chat
as
with
like
us.
a warning, I'm like riled up. It's month end. I know, like, this has just been a frustrating, like, for my job, like, I'm a property manager, if no one knows. And just no one's cooperating this month, and it's really bothering me. And I'm just in a salty mood because people are stupid, and
Let's add some tequila to
they're
that. Let's listen.
assholes. They're
I want to
just.
hear.
You want to hear? Okay,
Yeah, I want to hear these asshole stories. I want to hear your.
So the amount of
shit.
people we had moving out this month was 13, which is a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of fucking people that I have to corral around and make sure that they get the time slots for moving out that they want. Because nothing is worse than, oh, can I have this on this date? No, it's been booked for 2 weeks. You can't have
nay,
it.
we say. Nay.
No. So everyone's else today, most people have moved out. Tomorrow there's 4 more move outs, and they're like the problem children of this month.
Oh no.
The problem children. One of them, I was talking to Cleese before this. He did not schedule his move out or his move out inspection, and I contacted him at least 4 times this month about scheduling stuff. Didn't get back to me. Not an email, not a phone call, not a pop in. And I finally was like, you know what, bro? I'm giving you this notice. I'm doing the move out inspection on the 29th at 10 a.m. The official notice. I'm gonna be barging in at 10 a.m. That's it. So then he comes down on the 28th, and he's like, it's like crumpled up like a piece of garbage, and it's like, you're supposed to be doing like my move out inspection tomorrow, and I'm like, yeah, and he's like, I can't do that tomorrow, and I'm like, and you choose the 28th at 4:30 to tell me this, and he's like, well, yeah, because I technically have until the end of the month, which yes, you technically do, but you're also an asshole, and I served you notice, so I win. But I'm like, okay, fine. What time do you want to move out on the last day, of the month? And he's like, how late can I go? And I'm like, I literally have everyone scheduled in already. So 11 a.m. And then he's like, I'll try. And I'm like, you won't fucking try. You will move out at 11 a.m. Like, if push comes to shove, I can do it at noon. I have no one scheduled at noon. It's just I want him out sooner rather than later. And at 1 p.m., I have 2 move-outs scheduled. So I don't got time at 1 p.m. So
no, that's way too much going on.
I already know that I'm going to have to charge. Because yesterday, at first, we didn't know who this was, but someone came down with some garbage. And it leaked all over our elevator floor. And instead of taking it out to the left, which is like no carpets, he went to the right, which has 3 carpets. And went through the carpeted area, and it smelt so bad. It was oily, yellow. We don't know what the fuck it was, but it stank. I can't even describe. It smells like cat vomit and baby diaper. Like, it smelled disgusting. Like, we literally we don't know what it is. So we watched the cameras like we do, going, who the fuck was this? And we're watching, and it's him. And we're like, it could have been literally anybody else.
Balls.
Yeah, and he's carrying the bag as, like, he knows it's leaking everywhere. Like, he's holding it like this. He fucking knows it's leaking. But yeah, so he's a little douchebag that's moving out tomorrow. And another girl that's moving out tomorrow she scheduled her move-out inspection for 1 p.m., like, weeks ago. And she's like, she wanted it on the last day, at the very last minute, because, like, just out of spite. Because I sent her just the email I sent to everybody with the cleaning list of what we expect to be cleaned, you know? Reasonable. I'm not being an asshole.
I'm just curious, like, what do you guys expect to have cleaned?
Everything.
I mean, obviously, but, like, look, do you want the inside of the oven cleaned? Do you want, like, I mean, in my perspective, I clean everything. I even go baseboard status when I leave a house. That's amazing. So,
like, it depends. Like, when I go in and I have the choice to charge or not, it's a case-by-case basis of how messy it is. Did you try? Are you going to lie to me about trying? Because I know when you're lying to me. Or, like, if, like, for instance, if, like, we had some people move out because, like, from another building. This was, like, a while ago. They moved out because their dad or someone's suddenly passed away and they were just like, I gotta get home and blah, blah, blah. I'm super flexible and reasonable with charging people.
Family emergencies,
but
it's like reasonable, sure.
Yeah, I will let shit go.
Okay.
But my main things that I want cleaned is the stove, the fridge, the microwave. At least vacuum out your frigging cupboards. That's all I want. Is just vacuum that shit up and clean the toilet, the tub, and the floor.
That seems reasonable.
Those are like my key things. If the windows aren't the cleanest, I'll let it go. If the mirror isn't clean, I'll let it go.
Your little Windex, little whatever.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah,
but
fine.
It also depends on the mood of the person I'm doing the move out with. If they're being assholes to me, I'm going to be a total dick to them.
Yeah.
And I will
nice,
find
and we'll
something
nice
to charge
back.
you for.
Yeah.
So yeah, this
that's
girl,
fair.
I sent her the paper that like just kind of outlines, because I'm a person that like lists, and I'm sure other people like lists. And she's like, when I moved in, this place wasn't cleaned. You know what? I'll take that. I wasn't here when you moved in. The management was completely different, and I wouldn't be shocked if it wasn't cleaned by them. But there's no emails stating it wasn't cleaned. And on the move-in, it's not stated, it's not cleaned.
You should have said something a little sooner, perhaps, overall.
And I reached out to her and I mentioned this to her when she went on her big, like, paragraph of bullshit. And then I'm like, and I reached out and I'm like, look, I'm not saying it wasn't cleaned. It's just there's no evidence saying it wasn't clean. And she's like, when I moved in, I mentioned it. And the manager's like, yelled at me and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I'll take that, because that probably did happen. Because the previous manager were assholes, and I know that. But I'm like, at least try. And then she's like, I'm not a maid. I'm not going to do this full clean. I'm like, girl, I'm being so polite to you right now. And I'm not even attacking you. And like, we went into her suite like to do a mid-month a pre-move out to like look at if we have to paint and stuff. Her suite's reasonably clean, honestly. Like, it's not that dirty. So I'm like, when you move out, I'm probably not going to charge, but like, why are you being a dick? It's unreasonable. I don't get it.
I just have to say real quick, I'm upset the fact that she was like, I'm not a maid.
Yeah, like she's like, I'm not a cleaning service. I'm not a maid. Well, she thinks
you made the mess. You lived here. You
thinks we're gonna hire a cleaning service to clean her suite because of COVID. And then we're like, bitch, COVID's over, first of all. So no way we're spending the money to bring in cleaners for your suites.
Yeah, like at least the point of like where all of that part of COVID, yes, it's always gonna be there now, like the cold and the flu and whatever. But like as far as the hazmat suits, yes, it's over. You know what I'm saying?
As far as when it started, and we were like, we all had like a big talk going, how are we going to clean suites when COVID was first starting? Because we were like,
what a nightmare.
We were all like, kind of like, do we want to? And then we're like, we don't know. And then we were in that standstill. But nowadays, like, fuck that. Clean. Fuck it. We're cleaning the suite. And then I'm expecting it to be fine tomorrow. Like, honestly, for her suite, I'm not expecting it to be gross. My manager went in to show her suite, and she was going on about like the windows, and the windows like have to be clean. And I'm like, let it go. It's fucking windows. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die on that hill. That's not that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that just doesn't seem important. I think what you listed off is like heavily important, because all that's time consuming.
Yeah, and like bathtubs and toilets, that's gross. I don't want to clean up your dirty skin on stuff. You know.
That's disgusting. Yes. For the record, side note, I clean houses for a living.
Yeah.
So I relate to what Shelly is saying.
Yeah. It's hygiene. I don't want to clean your toilet. I don't mind cleaning my toilet. I don't want to clean your piss-filled toilet. No, thank you.
No.
So the third one that's moving out tomorrow, I just don't think it's going to be clean, because he's not of the culture where men clean. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And he's like, he asked us today if we know of any cleaners that he can hire. And then we're like, bitch, it's the 29th. You are not getting any cleaners. Like, good luck finding someone. And then,
my Lord.
And then he's like, okay, well, I'll go do it myself. And we're like, yeah, sure. So I'm just.
Well, that one scares me for you. I want updates on that one.
Yeah. So we're gonna probably charge him, and then Patrick.
Sorry.
Then the final one. Who have I talked about? The girl who won't clean. The guy with the garbage.
Suck up guy, and then that does not.
Oh yeah, and then the last one is he booked his elevators from 10 to 12 and booked his move out inspection for 1 p.m. Where is their time to clean in this situation here? Their apartment is a 2-bedroom full of stuff. They have a baby. And once again, they're of the culture where they don't fucking clean apartments. It's not going to be cleaned. Like, luckily, we are bringing in a cleaner to do 2 suites just because, like, it's just too many. There's too many suites. We don't have the time. We can't do all of it. So luckily, we have a cleaning service that will squeeze us in because they want our service.
Nice. Yeah.
But like, he's like,
that's rough.
And I'm guarantee you, I'm gonna walk in at 1 and there's gonna be furniture everywhere because he's not gonna fully be moved out. Luckily, this suite though isn't like rented out until like August 1st, so got a little bit of leeway.
To do a little bit of like stuff, but they don't need to know that.
Exactly.
It's like, we want you out so we have time to get this going. Okay.
And also, like, don't be stupid. Like,
people don't understand, and a lot of people I feel like just think that it's the company's. It's their right to not have to clean. Almost, it's the company's like.
And I'll take all your money. Take all your money.
And it's like, that's why maybe people don't care about losing their deposits. They're like, fuck it. Care.
I personally love it when they don't care, because I hate it when they argue with me about
That's
losing
fair.
it, because
either just clean it or just don't give an F and don't argue.
Yeah, I've had plenty of people, and then like, I'm gonna charge this for this, and then I look at them to like gauge their reaction, and they're like, okay, and I'm like, I'm gonna charge this for this.
Are you
and
sure?
Then they're like, okay, and I'm like, okay. Like, I try to be reasonable, and like I test the waters, but in the middle of the month we had just a weird situation where someone was moving out at the end of this month, and they were flying to like Ontario or something, and they moved everything out, and they cleared it, and then as they were like finishing up gathering stuff, we were showing their suite to somebody. They left. And then mid showing, the guy comes back and he tries to hand me the keys. And I'm like, I'm not doing this right now. I'm on a showing and I don't have your paperwork ready. You didn't schedule the move out inspection. And he's like, no, I'm giving you the keys because I'm not sticking around for the move out inspection. And then I'm like, pause. Here's a situation that we're going to be dealing with now. If you don't take part in it, you're losing your entire deposit, because we get to keep it if you don't take part. And he's like, I'm totally aware of that. I lost my job, and we're just flying out. And I'm like, could you email us that you understand that you're losing your entire deposit? And he's like, yep. And I'm like, why can't everyone just be cooperative,
compliant? Just do that.
Also, why didn't he pre-warn us that he was gonna do that? Like, seriously.
Mental health, baby.
I know, but like,
health. I'm totally.
He lost his job on Monday and he moved out on Wednesday. You could have said a simple email between those 2 days.
Definitely. The only excuse I have for the person is that they were not thinking about anything other than, what the fuck, I have to go back home to mom and daddy, or something along those lines. I don't know.
Like, he knew that he was going to get charged because they had a VR like headset thing, and they punched a hole in the door, like in the bedroom door. So he was fully aware that there will be charges anyways, like $300 just for the door alone. But he was like, yeah, we were like playing the VR and I kind of like punched the door, and we're like, really? And then he like, yeah, we put it all away like after that because we realized it was dangerous and we can't be gamers. I know. Like, if you explain that to anyone else here, they'd be like, what the fuck's a VR? And then, but like,
gamers,
like he said that, and then we're both like, Yes.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, we got you. These people were like gamers though, because they like their bedroom, like their suite was like a one bedroom, but their living room like had a nook, like kind of how our old place like had that nook where like I had my setup.
Sure.
They put their bed in the living room nook, and their bedroom was for their PCs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so they dedicated their bedroom to like gaming, and their bed was in the living room.
I mean, to each their own, I suppose, but
Do what you gotta do.
That's dedication to the gaming life, dude.
Seriously. Like, they fit a queen-size bed in that nook.
Sorry, family. I have children.
That's okay. They need their attention.
Well, Ella has a little, like, cat, what are those called?
Plushie?
Squishy, plushy, but they're like, what are they? Shmoosh? What are those called?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, the shmoosh things.
Schmushmallows? What are they called?
Marshmallow thingies, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Got a tiny little cat one that her aunt gave to her that she's obsessed with, and Kona was looking for it and it happened to be on our bed. So that's sorry for the interruption. And then of course Sean wants to come in because he always loves when I stream. So but he
doesn't have a shirt on.
Kona be like, you're naked because he just got done with the bath and stuff.
no little.
And the kid doesn't like to wear clothes. Literally.
No wangs on Twitch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's not allowed.
No. Not even little child nipples. Those aren't allowed. That's not appropriate.
No.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
But yeah, so that's my month end. And like just yesterday I was like PMSing, and then that guy with the move out, and then he like brought down the smelly garbage. There's a huge moat coming up the river.
Pictures.
Well, take a
or
picture.
It didn't happen.
Yeah, so yesterday, like I said, like if we were doing this like yesterday, holy shit, would I be like just a way more salty bitch.
Honestly, same.
Like I was like done with like people yesterday. I was like, can I go home? And then I got a phone call at 5:30 for this fucker, and he's like, I've applied for a suite. And then I'm like, that's great. It's 5:30. We close at 5. And he's like, but I have to move in July 1st. So how am I going to get this approved? And I have to come and see it. And I'm like, it's 5:30. The office is closed. I'm not going downstairs to look at your stuff. And then he kept going on and on. Like, he wouldn't let me speak. So I finally literally said, stop. Just stop. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, it's 5:30. I'm not going down to look at your application. I will look at it tomorrow at 8 a.m. And he's like, but I have to move July 1st. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but that's not really my problem. That you're waiting until the end of the month.
Seriously.
Can't go shirtless on Twitch. No one can really go shirtless on Twitch.
I don't know what the rules are exactly for men, because that's always been a thing where men could be topless, but
they're not allowed to. Fuck that.
I will say that I don't think it's appropriate for a child to be half naked on a live stream personally, just because I've almost gotten banned off my TikTok for having unintentional like half naked John.
Yeah.
TikTok's not really thinking about it, but I've literally almost been banned off TikTok because of it, so I don't like put him on there anymore.
Dear Lord.
I know, I was kind of shocked. I was like, oh wow, like this is all kind of innocent, but I mean not even kind of, but like extremely innocent, but I forget that like he's not wearing a shirt. And
yeah, and then you were doing
you know what?
like
that's just opening a window,
whipped cream stuff too. So that's like
I was feeding him whipped cream to like chill him out because it was at that moment it was like, just here, have some whipped cream.
Yeah.
Anyways, we know the story. I think I said this last stream or something like that. But or last podcast, but I just think it's smart. I don't know. I just feel like they're a like anal on that, and it's just opening the door for pedophiles.
Which is great that they're so like protective,
I appreciate it. Because like as the parent, I was way more open-minded to it, like not really thinking about it. And I didn't think there was an issue. And I saw another TikTok person I followed who got really pissed because she had her and her son had made this like TikTok they're laying in bed. There's nothing wrong with this. I just want to make this clear. They're laying in bed with their cat, and he is
Yeah.
not wearing a shirt, but you don't see anything other than like his collarbones and his shoulders. Okay, you don't see nipple, you don't see anything. But she got like either reported or TikTok like suspended her account or something along the line. She was pissed, and like I don't know if she ever recognized that's why
Mm.
or what, but yeah. So
Just kids don't belong on the internet, essentially.
I mean, there's just it just opens it up for so much stress
Yeah.
of like, and it opens it up for all the pedophilia and the creepers out there just being creepy, and
Yeah.
it's legit. It's legit that they're doing it that way. I totally
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Definitely, at parts of me are like, okay, awkward. That I wasn't trying to put my kid out there in that way. Thanks. Thanks
Yeah.
for making me feel like the pedophile, even though I'm not. Wow. Like, you know. Like, whoa.
Whoa.
Wow, what a month's end for you. Oh my gosh.
Next month, knock on wood, we only have 3 move outs so far for next month. Knock on wood. That
Not too much. I knocked on wood for you.
They still have one more day to like bombard us, but so far there's only 3.
Hopefully it stays that way, and that they're calm, and if there are more, they're all chill and understanding.
Well, one of them already booked like his like elevator and also move out inspection for the end of the month, and I'm like, bro, this is great. Like the middle of June and you're booking this for July, but
like, I'm out.
Great, I love it.
Fuck this heat wave, I'm out.
Yeah, literally. What's up, crafty woodworker? Did you get your phone to work? They were having troubles with the new phone. It wasn't letting them on.
Oh no.
Yeah. You just missed like our little rant about my month end work life, you know, the fun stuff. Hate new phones. New phones are like kind of the worst, right?
I completely agree, because it's a whole new platform. You need, even if it's the same brand, but it's even worse if you switch the brand of phone, right?
Ooh,
like iPhone to Android or Android to iPhone or whatever.
And then you got to like re-put on the apps and all that crap.
Gosh, you need to
save all the passwords.
Oh my gosh, no thank you.
It's so annoying.
iPhone to iPhone, usually it's a pretty quick transition.
I don't know how to do that, so I just like manually add things too, because I don't know how to do that shit.
That's fair. I totally get that. It's been a few years. I'm actually just paying off, because we did like this thing through AT&T where they add it to the bill, and
that's
whatever.
A super normal thing here.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's a normal thing, right?
States.
It's normal here too. In fact, I encourage it. But
trying to get you on the TV.
Think I just made our last payment on it, so our bill hopefully is going to come down a bit more on the cell phone. But it's like fucking arm and a leg half sometimes. Like,
how much is your like? I'm just curious, because I know that our phone bills, like in general, are just outrageous here. I'm curious how much you guys pay for a phone bill.
I want to say, because we pay for unlimited data, it's a little bit more expensive than I would obviously want it to, but it's a little over $200 a month.
Oh my god, that is a lot. Never mind, I take that back.
It's a lot. I still think it's outrageous, but
that is outrageous.
We can manage it for what most of our flow is, but at the same time, it's like I've tried to break it down cheaper, and they're like, there's not much you can do with the plan you have, and I'm like, can you have other options of plans or whatever? Like, because I've got kind of the bare minimum and everything, but it's like the unlimited that like,
that
kind of fucks you, and then I have two lines on there, which adds extra, and mine's the most expensive because I'm the main account.
Okay.
It's a family phone. It's a family plan. It's not each phone 200. No.
Oh, that's good.
It's the total of everybody.
Yeah, ours with TELUS is like, I think it's like 120, but I can't remember. Like Jordan pays it, so I don't really pay attention, but it's like kind of like that. Yeah.
That's funny. The cell phone is like my bill as well, and I'm just like, okay, 150. So that's not, honestly, that's not much off from what we pay.
Yeah.
Like, really. So, not, I mean, and you guys are just a family, or, just you two. Like, I think I want to say we have 3 lines, but that's because that was part of a promotion they were doing to make my bill cheaper when we got our phones.
So where's that third line?
Dropped it. well, I don't ever use it. That's the shitty part. I have this like iPhone 8 that just sits there, and I probably should use it for like streams or something. But I'm like, because what I was paying before was more. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I was able to break it down.
I guess.
And they're like, here, add this line and go unlimited and drop your bill to this because this is the promotion we're doing right now. And it stayed that way, but it's also like, yeah.
That's weird.
Which kind of sucks, but
Yeah.
it works.
So you just have like just a phone line just sitting there. I guess
Yeah.
when John's of the age, he can have that phone line.
I mean, when he starts going to school, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I just, sure. I mean, that's kind of how we thought of it. Like, okay, we'll just add him on there, I guess. I don't know. It's weird for right now, but you're right. Like, it was kind of, but it was one of those scenarios that it ended up making my bill, which sounds crazy, cheaper than it was before, because I adjusted my plan, bonus plan, and then adding that, which sounds ridiculous, but it actually reduced the plan altogether, the way it all worked out, like by $100, because before we were paying like a good amount before that because of the way the plan was, because it was kind of like archaic in that way, the way our plan was. So we were able to adjust. When I first had my AT&T, I was able to have unlimited, no problem, and then everything kind of changed where it changed, where it became cheaper for unlimited, because it was like kind of like a novelty to have unlimited data.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, oh, here, over there, you get it, there we get it. And so it's like it was cheaper to change into that, if that makes sense. It's kind of, it sucks, but like it works.
They got us on the telly. They found us on the telly. We're big and loud on the television.
And free long distance, yes, exactly.
Yes.
And like obviously I'm able to text and stuff with you guys too, which doesn't cost me anything because
same.
How the plan works.
Yeah.
Whatever. Specifically because I don't really call people, so like I'm saving them money.
The only person that I call is my dad, and that's about it. I don't call or talk on the phone with anyone, except for WorkSafe. He keeps calling me.
Yeah.
Because I fell, and they just won't leave me alone now, and I'm like, ugh. I shouldn't have filled out the paperwork like like a good employee I was. I should just let it go. But they keep calling me because there was this whole discrepancy about like who my employer was, because the area manager told me it's this long number, which is the company number, and it wasn't. And then I told them to call her because I'm like, I don't know. I'm just a measly little employee. Like, what do you want from me? I don't know. And then they talk to her, and then they want to talk to me now, confirm it, and I'm like, just go away. My arm is fine now.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. I wasn't going to get much, like, the reason I didn't do the WorkSafe to get money back, because I wasn't taking any time off. I was just being careful in case there was a problem down the road. But now they won't leave me alone. And
no, I don't need your help, thank you.
And next time I fall, I might just not even report it because this is just annoying.
That kind of sucked though. Like, what if you actually were hurt the night? Well, I mean, you probably not want. You might deal with it, but at the same time, maybe you won't, because you're like, I don't want to fucking deal with that shit.
If I actually like break my arm and have to take time off, then yes, I will. But if I hurt myself and I'm not taking time off, fuck this shit. I'm not filing that paperwork again.
Yeah, no, we're not going there.
I'm like, have them call me every couple days, and like, no, I'm not getting anything from you. You guys are just annoying. Like,
speaking of doctor stuff, I had to start physical therapy July 20th for my knee, because I finally went to the doctor for that.
Yeah.
And they didn't really tell me much, which is a typical doctor thing, I feel like, because I just want to believe that every doctor is practicing. So they honestly are afraid to tell you what's going on. But I got x-rays done. Most they could tell me was that I had water in my knee, which is essentially swelling.
Yeah.
So they prescribed me physical therapy, and then like a really strong ibuprofen, because I'm not into like anything stronger, because just for reasons.
Yeah.
And so I get to start physical therapy on the 20th of July. It'll be every Wednesday from 5:15 to 6. So then I'll drive home and come do podcasts. It kind of works out perfect because they're only open till 6. But I was talking to the lady on the phone, and I'm like, yeah, so she's like, so can you be there at 4:30. I'm like, well, you probably don't want two toddlers running around your office, so no. She's like, yeah, you're right. Because like my kids are they're toddlers. They want to explore and have fun. And I'm like, I don't really want to distract anyone from their rehab of their body or injuries while I'm trying to just do my paperwork. Like that's one of the most uncomfortable things possible in my mind. So basically, I drive to physical therapy. Kona gets off work, literally up the road. He pops in, takes the car I took with the kids. I leaves his car at the physical therapy. Bada bing, bada boom. Planned it all out. But yeah, so I've got 4 sessions of physical therapy. I'm hoping to find some relief in my knee because my knee's been bugging me for a good year. And I finally buckled down and asked my mom to help watch my kids during that time, which to go to the doctor. And yeah.
So is this knee thing like stems from like your car crash, or is this like just wear and tear?
It's probably mostly wear and tear. It was my knee that I used immediately post accident to use the most because it was a side that wasn't compacted from the accident. So I did use it mostly in my recovery. So I feel like it probably is more wear and tear than it is just from the accident, which is good. And maybe I wish like the doctors and stuff all looked at me like I was crazy. Like, how do you not know how you injured yourself? I'm like, well, it's been bothering me for a while and I've just birthed 2 children and been in the middle of a pandemic. And like, the last thing I'm thinking about is how the fuck did I injure my knee? Like, honestly, I hate to say that, but like, I've been a little distracted here. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and like, maybe I should have identified it sooner. And I like gave them literally gave them like, for example, we have wood chips in our backyard and I stepped on one that went through my shoe into my foot. And I told them this and I was like, I really felt like I got everything out, but maybe I have an infection in my foot. Like, I don't know. Can you do your blood work or something to tell me what's going on?
Can you do your doctoring job?
That's why I'm here. What the fuck? No, let's not do any of that. Let's just touch your knee the most gentle way in your back and your hip and be like, does that hurt? And I'm like, I have bruises on my leg from massaging myself because it's been bothering me so much. Like, can you honestly like do something anyways, I don't get it. It's fine. Like, and I deal with pain much differently than other people. I have a really high threshold of pain. I've dealt with a lot of pain. So like, I feel like a little bitch sometimes when I go to the doctor because I'm like, I've dealt with some shit, man. Can you just tell me what's going on? Like, what the heck? But so beyond that, that's kind of cool. So I'm looking forward to hoping that at least that takes me to another direction to figure out what's going on. I don't want to have surgery or anything particularly, but if it has to happen,
that sucks.
As the song goes, let it be. Is that the song? Let it be.
Let it go.
Let it go. No.
Are you talking about the Beatles song?
Anyways, yeah, maybe. What was that one thing I did? Scotty doesn't know.
You said buckle up, Scotty. You're like, buckle up, Scotty, instead of like, beat me up, Scotty.
Thank you. It is Beatles. I knew that.
We know things,
so
you know.
Yeah. That's my doctor shit. So I relate.
Doctors suck. Like, not gonna lie. Like, Jordan just handed me like a really disgusting drink, and I'm not excited about it.
Is it whiskey?
No, it's like this. No, wait. No, this is. Oh, this is the moonshine. Never mind. I'm excited about this. It's apple.
I like it.
It's apple pie flavor, I think. Or pumpkin pie.
How fun! Well, cheers. I'm having a mic.
Not delicious, but strong. It's like apple pie.
Yeah, so like it's funny because like I don't want to let the people that I work for see that I have an injury or anything. So I don't take my little pain medication unless I have to, and I won't wear I got a knee brace because that's what the doctor told me to get, which I want to get a new one, which has helped actually make my knee feel stronger actually, and I've been able to function and not feel like a complete douchebag, not being able to like run with my children and stuff. So, but I don't wear my knee brace at work because I don't want them to tell me I shouldn't work. Because I'm like, no, I'm working.
True.
No.
But you should probably wear it at work and just be like, look, I can work because I'm wearing the knee brace.
I think if I get a little better one, because they have like a back braces back up in our like little office thing. So like, it's definitely implied that like people who might have back problems will have things out there. So I just know
Yeah.
my boss, and I don't want to stress her out on that yet. I
Yeah.
just, anyways, I should, but
I feel that like
it's
like when
good. I don't overexert myself.
when my arm was like fucked up, I
Hmm.
was useless. I could not carry anything. Like literally
Yeah.
nothing. And Jordan had to carry like all the groceries and like I'm like, let me hold this one thing in my other hand. And like I just was so useless, and like I tried showing sweets and I had like stuff in my hands. I'm like, I can't open the door with my left hand because
Yeah.
like some of the doors you have to like put the key and twist it and then open the
Oh
door.
my God, and all
And
the
like
twisted, yeah.
my arm was like fucked. So I'm like like don't show these people that you're a weakling and you hurt yourself at work. Like in
Oh,
one
I
sense
get it.
it would have been better like if it was broken because then I would have like evidence
Mm-hmm.
that there's something wrong, but like without it, it just looks like I can't open a door.
You're sitting there all limp noodle arm, like,
Literally.
help.
And I found that I was sitting with my arm like this a lot, which I
Just
think
keeping it close to you. That's good.
but I think it fucked my arm a little bit more because I
Oh.
couldn't stretch it out. Like even now,
Oh.
I can't lay on my arm like I used to, and like even now, like there's still some pain here because I keep doing like this with
Just wanting
it.
to bring it with to you to keep it
And
like
then like I
safe.
literally have to like be like, no, Chelsea, put your arm down and walk with your arm like this instead of like this.
Stretch it out.
Stretch it out.
Stretch it out.
Yeah. Yeah, like and like doctors suck. Like the one that I like saw, he was like, does it hurt? Does it hurt? And I'm like,
Literally.
no, it doesn't. But like it hurts when I do this. And he's like, ah, you're fine. I'm like, it doesn't feel fine. Doesn't feel
Like, you
fine
don't
at all.
understand. Like, it doesn't feel, and it's like when you explain, like, this is when it doesn't feel right. Can you
Yeah.
give me some direction? No, it doesn't hurt when you're touching me.
Yeah, like he was weirded out, like that it didn't hurt to touch, but to move it hurt. And he's like, well, it's not broken. It's just probably bruised. And I'm like, but like, could you like maybe like give a shit a little? Like,
My doctor guy said in the urgent care, like, well, we could do some, what was it? All the other scans, like an MRI or this and another, but you know, those get really pricey.
yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I agree, but like, as I said, I've been in pain for a long time. Like, I'm here
Yeah.
to find relief. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I
can
know
we
that
line
you had
that
to
shit
keep
up?
keep like range of motion, but it was just hard because like this was the
It
most
became the
comfortable.
natural.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it became the natural, and then I was
Yeah.
like, I need to start like stretching my arm out because for the longest time I couldn't stretch it straight. Like even now it kind of doesn't look fully straight. Like if I
Oh, mine naturally doesn't go
no.
straight. I was born this way.
Well, I was
Oh, that's
not.
weird. Look at that.
Yeah, my arm looked like that and it could normally go
It
like super
doesn't
straight.
it doesn't go straight. I watched my dad has the same arms, and so does my grandma. It's a genetic thing. I was blown away.
Interesting.
Yes. I was like, what the
Fascinating.
fuck is with these arms? Like, I've stretched them. I've like
What's
and
with these
everything. I could,
arms?
it's just my arms, dude. Apart from my flabby flab that John actually saw, and he's like, make it jiggle today at the park, by the way. And I was like, what did you say? He goes, make it jiggle. And I'm like, all right, fine. And I made it jiggle. And then I was like, are you happy? And he's like, yeah. And then he went on the side. To be fair, I did encourage that once before in the past. So, like, I know why he says it, but, like, I laugh
It was
pretty hard.
really,
I'm like, okay, but don't say that to other people because that's rude. You can say it to mommy. Don't say that to other people.
Are you talking about the Beatles song? I'm assuming you're talking about the Beatles song that we were just talking
Let
about.
it be. He woke up and wrote that song. That's badass. I mean, it's kind of true though. Like, let it be, dude. You know. So,
oh,
go ahead.
recently we were talking about like ideas for the podcast, right? And we were talking about like coming up with like some conspiracy theories and stuff. Like nothing political, nothing heavy duty, just like fun little shit ones. And like the Beatles, like it made me think of this one that I got like stuck on for like a good solid
Oh my
5
gosh.
days of
I love it.
I need to research their names because I don't know which one's which. I don't know who's who in the fucking Beatles. But one of them was in a car crash at some point, And there's a very strong fan theory that he died in that car crash, and they hired a lookalike for him. I can't remember which one it was.
Interesting.
And
I know.
I might add that into my list so then I can delve deeper. John Paul.
Ringo? Really? That's about Ringo?
No, it's not Ringo. It's
well, that's John Paul George Ringo.
It's Paul McCartney, I believe, that was in
the. Oh, he's saying all the names. I'm stupid. Hold on. I just realized.
Yeah, so I think it was Paul McCartney that was in a car accident, I think. And
yeah, I don't think.
And there's a fan theory that he was in a car crash. That is fact.
Yes,
that is fact. But people believe that he died in that car crash, or one of the members was in a car crash. Okay, I'll do my research next
Paul
time.
McCartney.
Somebody.
Pops is saying Paul McCartney. I trust Pops on that one.
I don't know.
I totally imagined that John Paul George Ringo was one name for some reason.
Beatles,
even though once it
crash.
Connected, I'm like, no. I know that's 4 different people because I do know the band not very well, but
so it's Paul that they think is dead.
Right.
And when we decide we don't know.
Go ahead.
He might actually be dead, and then they hired a lookalike. Urban myth. We
don't
know.
We don't know.
Fuck. Do you know him personally? I don't know him personally. We don't know.
But he's pretty talented, and he's one of the longest. I mean, he's kind of been the one that stays in the music industry the most.
Yeah. He's not wearing
a shoe on the cover.
And some people took that as there's a whole thing that once we do the podcast about conspiracy theories, I'm gonna put that one. I'm gonna write it down right now, or else I'm gonna forget because I forgot about that one until.
That's interesting. I'd never heard that.
Until we started talking about the Beatles. Paul.
I'm sure there's a lot of fan theories based around the Beatles.
And I never knew about this. I just stumbled onto this TikTok, and then I just went through all the videos. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
And me and Megalodon guy.
Yeah, the Megalodon guy.
Can't even Sharky.
Sharky
Shark. Oh wait,
his name is
Sharky Wahlberger.
Sharky Wahlberg, I think.
Shark Wahlberg.
Something like that.
I'm pretty sure. I really like that guy, and he's so chill. He's so chill.
He's let's not hate each other for our stupid little theories.
We're following blah 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 sharks and one turtle.
I'll delve into that.
Okay.
Whenever we decide
actually already. I mean, we'll do it maybe in a stream or two, but I did a little bit of research last night in case we decided to touch on conspiracy theories tonight. But I feel like Would You Rather is going to keep us pretty busy.
And also, I think we need to prepare ourselves. We got to have our facts,
research and stuff. I was definitely when I was doing a little bit of research last night, I was okay, reading, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to copy and paste this link and be so as of the historychannel.com, blah blah, because I would like to cover some of the Titanic stuff.
Ooh yeah,
I picked up 3:
love
Titanic,
that stuff.
Bermuda Triangle, and I picked out Stonehenge as well.
Ooh,
3 kind of funky, weird.
So far I have the Paul McCartney one, and also Avril Lavigne actually being dead. And have you not heard this goddamn theory?
How do you talk about our queen like that?
Have you not heard this theory? It's been around for 15 years.
I have never heard. I mean, I was definitely out of the loop of that music genre for a while. So
a Canadian thing, I think, because she's one of us. So I think this is more of this is our conspiracy theory. But there's this whole thing that she died a few years ago, and it's her body double and her backup singer that took over her.
Wow.
Yeah. Cheese Moon or Hollow Earth. I love Hollow Earth.
Doing everything.
I might go to Hollow. I might do a few. I might research a few and then pick some ones and then bank the other ones. I love Hollow Earth, but Cheese Moon's stupid. I love the Hollow Moon theory, but not the Cheese Moon because Cheese Moon's stupid. But
That's hysterical.
Hollow Earth and Hollow Moon are some of my favorite theories.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll do a quick little check-in real quick.
Yes, please.
Just because. So it's going to be short. I have two quick little stories. Last night I'm putting Ella to bed. Kona's jamming some music. It's his night to do his thing, and John's chilling downstairs with Lola. We have a window open with like a fan. Lola's our dog. Okay, I know I shouldn't let our dogs babysit our kids, but like, I'm grateful she was there. All right, but I was just upstairs. I wasn't far away. I was reading books to Ella, getting her ready for her night, doing her thing. And John comes upstairs and he's like, "Mommy, there was a bear at the window."
Oh my God.
And I scared it away. And I was like, "What?" And Kona opens the door because he had heard something and that made him concerned. So he comes out and he's like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "John just said he like scared a bear off." My child is 4 in October, okay? And he's seen me scare enough bears off at this point in his life that like this is a very proud mom moment. So we weren't sure if we should take him seriously. So we come downstairs and Kona came downstairs first because I put Ella to bed. So I let, other parent, will you go assess the situation? Because Lola is barking.
Yeah.
And that's a big sign, right?
Yeah.
So he goes downstairs and he notices that the fan that was in the window, that like lovely, it's such lovely airflow that's like covers, it's Amazon, it like covers the whole window. So you have no creeps coming. Well, I mean, technically you have creeps coming in because there's a bear, right?
Yeah.
He's like, it was askew. It was like kind of pushed.
Oh my God.
Into the house a little, right?
GG, John.
And we weren't sure still if he was legit. And he's told us, no, the bear was, his head was in the window. Like it was right there.
My God.
And he said, so this is what makes me laugh so hard because I have a very expressive face and he knows that and he does too. Okay. And he goes, "Mommy, I gave it the eyebrows and I said, go away."
Oh my God. John.
Go away, bear.
Go away.
So we still didn't know. Okay, so SMH is shake my head, and GG means good game, which is also like pat on the back for my son, John.
Yeah.
And I know you're John too. Kind of confusing there. But my neighbor confirms, because Kona's like, "I swear I heard someone across the street saying bear, bear."
Oh my
But nothing else really, no one else confirmed it, right? So today, Snoop Dogg goes, "Oh, by the way, there was a bear that had walked between our houses." And my stomach kind of dropped and I was like, my kid scared a bear away.
Yeah, he did.
My tiny little 4-year-old.
Your 4-year-old child
scared a bear away.
Scared a fucking bear away.
So that's like my wild story. And then like last week, I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I might have because it was Wednesday, but my neighbor's trash the trash guys took forever to come get our trash. It was like 3 p.m. I think I might have mentioned this. So it might have been the same bear with the mom and the cub. I don't know. Because you start to learn who the bears are through the season. Yeah. They change, right? And they grow older. They look differently sometimes. Some have babies and you're like, "Oh shit, who are you?" You know? And she had a mother bear rip her trash can from her front yard. And she's like got her air horns and screaming at this thing. And I finally look out like, what the fuck is going on? Like, dogs aren't really barking that much. And Lola finally kind of starts barking and I see this bear and she's like getting close to charging my neighbor. Like, and I was just like, oh shit, I gotta go do something. So I grabbed my broken shovel and I like fucking used it as like I make myself bigger. I deal with some freaking wild ass shit, I feel like.
Yeah, you deal with bear
land. The bear, and I like hit the tree a couple times. I made sure the cub went down off the tree and went with mom, so mom wasn't gonna be sticking around because fuck that. And tapped a couple trees, scared the shit out of mom with my shovel, and we were able to clean that mess up. But that's my bear story for the week.
That's a crazy bear story.
The bear stories for the week. The John one specifically was the most stressful because I thought to myself, what the fuck? So basically that window was shut all day and the house was really warm, but like I'm not dealing with that again. Fuck that.
No, because maybe
'Cause
next
we
time they're
haven't
gonna be like,
had. You don't know.
they might
What
be
if
like,
they come
oh,
in?
that's a small child. It's not gonna hurt me. So then they might come in.
Yeah. I don't know if it was a combo of Lola and John, but I
Yeah.
didn't hear John say anything, but he might have.
Yeah.
Totally might have. Like, 'cause I didn't hear shit. I
Yeah.
was because we have a fan in the kids' room to keep their air flowing. And yeah, so then
It's
on
wild.
TikTok I've decided to start documenting, which I'll have a new video up soon, but I started to start documenting where my daughter leaves her Woody doll, which originally was my son's, but he just could care less, and she has a huge love towards it. So like obviously she's claimed it as her own. And there are some positions that this doll has been put that I feel so bad for Woody. Like if oh my God, why did I just do that?
Toy Story.
Tom Hanks, thank
Yeah.
you. Tom Hanks, I don't know, I for some reason wanted to say a different name and now I can't even remember what it was, but if Tom Hanks was able to speak as Woody
You're like,
in
ow,
some
Ella,
of those positions,
what the
he would have
fuck?
been so sad. So that's been pretty funny. And yeah, I think that's really like my biggest update besides just being a mom and dealing with screaming toddlers right now. Like that shit's stressful, but beyond that, like nothing crazy. Oh, I did end up because we have a tent posted up in our backyard. I
Yeah.
really wanted to like go sleep out. I used to camp a lot when I was younger, so I decided to take the plunge and camp out there. Not last night, but the night before. And you know, so Kona, that way at least Kona's inside with the kids. We're gonna try the whole family Saturday.
So you've been camping in the tent
Just
all by
one
yourself?
night. Just one night. Just one night.
All by
Just one night.
yourself?
It was lovely, actually.
I
I'm not
bet
gonna lie.
it just makes me laugh, like just envisioning like the family inside and you be
I
like,
got-
peace out, I'm gonna go camp.
I'm going to the tent.
I'm going to tent, screw you guys. That's what I've been envisioning now.
Oh, literally. So I wake up to Kona. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. Screaming.
At what?
And I like poke my head out the tent and like he looks at me and I'm like, "Are you okay?" And he goes, "There's a bat in here."
A bat? That's horrible.
Apparently a bat. Right? Okay, well it's since left, thankfully.
Good.
I think it went out the same night.
Gross.
But he said it chased him through the house. And that's
oh
why I
my
heard him
god.
screaming. And I just like I am dying laughing because I think that shit's so funny. Oh, Lola's barking.
Bats
Shit's
are
just
those
like,
things
kids are
that
asleep, but-
you don't even think about bats. Like
Oh,
really.
but
Like I
they're
have
so
one.
gnarly.
I have one experience with bats, just one in my life. And I was at a science camp and I signed up for like an overnight thing and like we stayed like in the like the university's dorms. They like got us a couple rooms and such and we were young. I don't know how old I was. Maybe like 13, 14, something like that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, so
Teenager-ish.
yeah, so then we were in this dorm, and then it was me and this other girl, I don't know who it was, but we were going to bed, and then we just hear flapping. And we're like, do you hear that? To like each other, and we're like freaking out, we're screaming, and we don't know what the hell this thing is. We think it's like a bird, which would be like better than a fucking bat. But then the whole night we're just like, it's like landing on us, and we're like underneath the covers, like just not having a good time.
No.
And then the next day, there's like a window in our dorm, and I look out the window, just looking, and then I look where like the mirror, like the glasses, and then there's like a screen. Between that, I'm like, there's a bat. There's a bat. And then we ran out and we got like our counselor people. We're like, there's a bat in our room, and it was tormenting us all night long. I can't believe that neither of us got bit by the bat, not gonna lie, because we're like kicking and moving and shit. It's landing on us. Yeah. So then they called like animal control and shit, but that was like my one experience with bats ever. And it's like wasn't a big guy, it was like just a little guy. Just a little guy. It was still terrifying.
Like,
yeah.
you know?
It was not fun.
Okay, so when I was younger, we lived near in Godfather 2, I think it's Godfather 2, there is a scene of a wedding. I've never seen the movie, so
Never seen it either.
don't quote me if I'm wrong.
Just gonna believe everything you say right now.
Yes, there is a scene with a wedding where I want to say a boat explosion happens or something along those lines or something, but it's filmed in Lake Tahoe it's the first one. Okay, the first one. I had a feeling Jordan was gonna know.
Yeah.
I had a feeling. I don't know why. Because you're a movie buff. You just know. So the wedding was filmed at this place called Fleur de Lac. And it's literally in the neighborhood. It's literally across the street from the neighborhood I was raised in. So, like, we as kids would go take my mom's kayak or a boat or whatever. Or, no, we wouldn't swim because it's creepy. But we'd go into the little, like, boat dock area. There'd always be a little bat sleeping outside on the rock wall of, like, the boat garage, essentially.
Yeah.
For, like, fancy boats. And you really probably shouldn't have been in there as, like, a civilian. You should probably own, like, a place or, like, be a guest. But, like, we were breaking the rules because that's how we rolled.
Yeah.
So that was my first experience with a bat. Never saw it fly around, but we definitely were like, oh, my God. And we never touched it because we wanted to give it peace. And, like, rabies. If it fell, it would have drowned. And rabies.
Yeah.
And we just animal kindness. It's just, like, all around. But the second experience I had was in a house I was cleaning with my mom. And yet another sleeping freaking that I had to put a cup over because my mom was freaking out.
I don't blame her.
Get it to, like, go, like you would with a spider with, like, a...
You can't do that with a bat.
Oh, but I did it. And I slid it because it was on the windowsill. So I was able to put the cup on it so it wouldn't, like, move, go anywhere. And then slid it onto, like, a flat... I can't remember what I used for the bottom part. And then I was freaking out, but, like, silently, because I'm, like I said, when it's, like, the state of, like,
cool.
I'm staying cool. It's an emergency. And I brought it across the street to an empty lot. Third experience. This is the final one, apart from what happened last night, but that wasn't, or on Monday night. But that wasn't, like...
Your experience. That was Kona's.
It was Kona's, and it was hysterical because, like, literally I could check the baby cam because we have one for the living room, you know?
Do
so
it.
I watched him, like, standing there, like...
Post it on TikTok, please.
With, like, a hat. I don't have it recorded. It's just, like, a live view. I wish I had it recorded because it would have shown the bear last night.
Yeah, fuck.
But I'm not paying for that service, so it's not worth it. But
sure.
Regardless... The third one was when we first moved into this house. We didn't realize, like, the atmosphere of this house at that point, but we had left the windows open a little bit in our kids' room. And a bat had fucking gotten in there and was freaking lying around in John's room. And it was well before Ella even existed. And I think he had just started sleeping in his room by himself. And that was fucked up because
probably
he couldn't get it out. And he was just sleeping.
Oh.
So, I mean, like, John ended up, we brought him down, but the bat ended up just sleeping, and we had to, like, kind of, again, get it out.
Yeah, I hear John, like...
Are they playing, or are they...
I can't tell. I hear, like...
Did you see my bear vid from just a few minutes ago? Where?
Where? On TikTok?
What bear? Where? I think he's having fun. Anyway,
okay,
it was aggressive.
It was aggressive. I'm like, is things escalating there?
Yeah, what's going on, guys? You chilling? I mean, hey, Pineland. Oh, hi, Mel. You're purple, just like Jordan. So I literally didn't read your name, and I thought you were Jordan. Hi.
I do that all the time.
That's my friend.
What's up, Bella?
I didn't see it yet. I didn't see it via Messenger. Okay. I'll look at it real quick. But so yeah, those are my, like, random. That's my random check-in and my, like, random. Because for me, it's always gonna be like fucking animals. I feel like
animals and kids,
you know?
And then mine's always gonna be like work, annoying people at work, shit like that. Yeah, those are gonna be mostly my check-in. Wow, look at that! Look at him go.
Do it again. If you haven't seen a bear, there's one.
There you go. Bear.
Wow, dude. You guys are purple. Sorry.
You both are purple. It's
Stay
confusing.
purple. But I definitely, like, because I glance at chat when I'm in podcasts, so I did not even, like, adjust. And I'm like, why is Jordan telling me about a bear? And then I like read it
Yeah.
again and I'm like, oh, it's Mel. Hi.
Jordan has not seen a bear. Jordan has seen rats, and I think that's like the craziest thing he's seen here. Rats.
That's kind of gross though. I've never seen like a public rat.
Jordan
Does that make
sent.
sense?
Yeah, I totally get you. Like Jordan sent me a video a couple weeks ago of like
Ew.
a seagull got a hold like of a mouse, or like a crow got a hold of a mouse and was like throwing it in the air and like
That's
playing with
gnarly.
it. Yeah, it was brutal, and like you could hear the mouse squeaking.
No.
Yeah,
Oh
and this
no. I
crow was like
can't.
beating up this mouse. I'm gonna find it,
Oh.
and then I'll send it to you.
It's like, you're playing with your food, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then there's rats here. Just he always sees
Yeah.
them. Like I never see the rats, but since he goes out and smokes, Wolf ate a rabbit whole tonight. Holy shit, Wolf! Wolf is one of their dogs, by the way, not a human being.
Oh my god.
Then
brought another
another
one in the house. Oh my
He's
god.
murdering all the rabbits. Like that town is full of rabbits. Like there's so many fucking rabbits
They're
in this
kind
town.
of invasive though. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really blame the
Damn,
dog.
Wolf.
Dang,
Fucking
well done, Wolf, in a
savage.
sense. I mean,
Savage.
oh my god, that shit's so gnarly. I'm like so crushed by
Cats
that
killed
right now.
them. The cats killed them, and then Wolf ate them. Wonderful.
No.
They're working as a team. Teamwork.
Oh my god, my dog wishes she could catch freaking all the critters she tries.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Why? Just let him eat it.
Yeah,
Let him eat it.
Just let it go. Oh my god.
Like, was
Too
it a
late.
big grown rabbit, or like was it a baby rabbit? Like, which one was it?
That's gnarly,
Because like
dude.
they can cake pretty hard, so I'd be worried about them
Oh,
cats.
it was a
baby.
baby.
There's a
I
lot
mean,
of rabbits in that fucking town, though.
Circle of life.
And I'm pretty sure like they used to, or they currently do, like live underneath the gazebo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have a ground squirrel that lives under the house. It doesn't go into the walls because I don't think it can because the way this house was built, but
You
definitely under the foundation.
You
I'm
and
pretty
your
sure.
squirrel.
Me and my fucking squirrels. Actually, okay, I'm coming to peace with most of the squirrels. I'm realizing it's the fucking chipmunks that are eating all my shit.
Ah.
And they're the quick little small fast ones, and they're also the ones that are going up in the engine, pulling apart the hood pad to the freaking hood of the engine.
Yeah.
I'm upset by that. Anyways, squirrel.
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 Coral.
Squirrel.
Coral. We need to catch up on The Walking Dead. We're so behind on The Walking Dead.
I gave up on that. Like I said, when Glenn died, I was like, nope, I'm good.
We need to
Haven't watched it since.
finish the final season personally for us, and we need to watch
Good
the
luck.
last season of Fear the Walking Dead, and also the other spin-off, World's End, or whatever the fuck that one was called.
Interesting.
Like World's End, I kind of enjoyed because it's focused on like the Circle people, which I don't think you know the Circle people.
No, I don't.
I'm very fascinated by the Circle people.
The last person I saw that was bad, like I said, was when
Negan.
Negan
And you never met
killed.
the garbage people, right? That's
I
after
don't think
Negan.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have no idea who the Circle people are.
No.
They're like
That's
a
fine.
futuristic, like they're more involved like with the virus type of thing.
Okay.
The thing's escalating. Is everything okay? Do you
No,
need to
it's
go
like, why
check
are
on
we-
stuff?
No, leave me alone, people. What the fuck? Not you, them.
Do you need to go check on
Like,
them?
why
and
are you
see
opening
if
the
they're-
door? Give me privacy.
Rick is with the Circle people.
Oh.
Yeah, Rick.
He's like off the show though. Right?
He's off the show. Like they didn't kill him off.
He's
the
like there.
The Circle people took him.
Maybe
Not-
he'll be back eventually. Who knows?
He's gonna be back for the movies.
Great. Oh, there's gonna be movies.
Way back in the day, they talked about 3 movies. I haven't heard any updates about the movies. But back in the day, there's going to be 3 movies. I don't know if they're still doing 3 or 1 or what, but there's going to be movies. And Rick and Michonne are going to be part of them because Michonne also left. which kind of broke my heart because Michonne to me was like one of my favorite characters.
She was so bad. I loved her. Between her and
Don't say
Daryl?
Maggie. Carol's fun.
Not Daryl. Daryl's brother. What's his name? Norman Reedus, his character.
Yeah. Norman Reedus is
he is
Daryl,
right?
Yeah,
okay, thank you. I wasn't sure if I was confusing him with his brother.
Like you're thinking of Merle.
Okay,
which was played by that other dude.
So his brother was Merle, right?
His brother was Merle.
Way in the beginning.
What? Yeah, I don't know what he said. Yeah, way in the beginning, his brother was Merle, and he disappeared. But he came back. I don't know if you stuck around long enough to see him come back.
I think so, but maybe not.
Like I don't know what season that happened.
As far as like Glenn died, and I was like, Glenn was. And I know in the comics that's what happens, but like, it was really hard for me to move on from that.
I don't know why. I was more sad that Abraham died. I was really upset about that death.
Yeah.
Because I felt that with Glenn, they psyched you out first, and I'm like, that's not cool.
Maggie's a whining little bitch.
Maggie's the goddamn worst. I fucking hate Maggie. I hate her.
I genuinely could not stand Rick's wife from beginning to
What
end.
was her name?
I don't know. Remember. I don't care. I couldn't stand her.
She was horrible.
Didn't even like the actress at that point. No offense to her. I'm sure she has a great career and whatever.
What was
but I just couldn't stand her in general.
I couldn't.
I grew to like Carl a little bit, and one of my most substantial memories of him was when he was by himself eating the giant tub of chocolate pudding. I don't know if anyone remembers that or not. It was like early seasons.
Yeah,
he was still getting a little older. But I didn't really like him that much, but that's the one moment where I was like, I don't like this kid.
I think
he's gonna be able to handle his own
in his final season, but then he fucking died, and then I'm just like, he was getting better, and then you kill him off. Like, what the hell?
Devastating.
It was horrible, and like the way that they did it was so shady because he had no idea that he was gonna be killed off. They didn't warn him, and he bought a fucking house close to set. And they killed him off. That's shady as fuck.
Awkward. Yeah, that's awkward.
And yeah, like that was. I hate it when they do shady shit like that. It's like not cool. Coral, the boy.
I'm dying. Coral. We were all playing 7 Days to Die, and Goofin got like electrocuted. And I remember we were all, I don't know what, I think I was like, oh my God. And then for some reason we were like, Coral! And I don't know.
Because of zombies and Coral and yeah.
That's like so funny anyways.
Like his name, like here's the joke, Dad, if you really don't get the joke. His name's Carl. But like there's this like this montage of Rick saying Carl, and halfway through it just molds into him saying Coral, and no one can hear Carl, so then it's just an internet joke of his name is Coral. And then he says his name like Coral, not Carl. He's like Coral. And it's an internet joke, okay?
Oh my God, I'm dying. My face hurts.
Yeah, I know that was funny. Kind of confusing in there, that we kept on saying Coral when his name's Carl.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's the way North Americans say it. It's a British man trying to say Carl in an American accent. No, he's English. He's English.
Oh, is he English? I thought he was Australian.
He's English trying to say Carl like an American, but...
And that's, Carl.
Carl.
Okay, so I give that guy credit because he's British and he's trying to do a Southern accent.
Southern accent, not just American.
I'm a West Coaster, and even my Southern accent, I mean, I guess I could get it on, but, y'all better just slow your speed.
No, I'm not settling down. We're talking about Coral. Talk about Coral here. And Carl needs to get amped up about it, okay? Because they did him dirty, and Coral needs to be defended. I genuinely felt like when he died, I felt genuinely bad because I'm like, I hated him for so long. Like, verbally
He was
hated
annoying
Carl
as
so much.
fuck.
He was
No
so annoying.
offense,
And I
but-
talk shit about him like every time like we saw him. And then I'm like, oh, I feel bad now because you were getting better and I actually like you now. And then you die. Like, unjust.
Carl.
Carl. It feels wrong
Coral.
now to say Carl.
So Coral.
Coral.
Or Carl.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hear a difference, but I totally get if you don't.
Yeah,
Trust me,
I
I
will
get it.
send you that
My
clip of
accent's-
just
my
like the montage of him just saying Carl over and over again, and it just becomes just a mess of coral. It's really funny. Oh my god.
Well, we're gonna clear chat there real quick and pop up the would you rather just so we can segue into that real quick. Did you want to
Yes.
start or would you like
Let
me to
me
start?
go into my albums because I saved a couple.
Also, did you want me to do the one that you sent in discussion or did you want to do that one?
What the fuck did I send
It
in
was
discussion?
actually about zombies.
It was about. Oh yeah, that one's like a genuine thought that I always think of whenever we watch a zombie movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't. Where is it?
No rush. I'm just
Where
asking because I did put it on my list because I wasn't sure if that's what you wanted to do. But if you have your own, I love that you have some that you picked out. Like,
So in a zombie apocalypse, would you rather have the Walking Dead slow zombie, or the 28 days later fast screaming zombies? And we're not discussing if they're zombies or not. That's not the point of this. It's either slow zombies or fast zombies. What would you rather have? Personally, slow zombies, because fast zombies stress me out.
that way. Yeah, slow. Fuck the fast zombies. How are you supposed to defend yourself with those bitches?
Like,
Unless you have like a lot of machine guns and then you're just attracting all of them at you. But like that's gnarly, or like bombs or something dumb. Like
yeah.
at least you can smack the slow ones.
Like in 28 Days Later, like, have you seen 28 Days Later? Please.
I think so a long time ago, but it's
Yeah.
been, I know the concept of it. Let me put it
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that's way different than The Walking Dead, but I want to say it's been a long time since I've seen it, so I
But
can't remember.
I know that most people will pick slow, but maybe you're like an adrenaline a junkie and you want the fast zombies. But what psychopath wants a fast zombies? Those fast zombies are brutal. They are brutal. I
So
remember.
brutal.
I think I was watching 28 Days Later with my dad for the first time when I was really young, and I could not handle that movie. I was too young. I was terrified of movies, like horror movies, and we had to turn it off because I could not sleep for like a week, essentially.
I think I need to rewatch it because the trailer of that is of the guy who's like in a nurse gown or like a
Yeah, because it takes place in
hospital thing, right?
England, and then like
Okay.
most zombie things, the main characters in a coma or passed out for whatever reason, just has surgery. I
Yeah,
don't
wake
know.
up and everyone's a zombies.
That
we
apocalypse
don't know
we
what
watched
happened.
where that lad thought he was in a zombie apocalypse. Fuck, that was crazy. So there was a show where they were like doing a experiment on this guy, and they convinced him that the zombie apocalypse actually started. Like they had like fake broadcasts. He was like separated from everyone, and it was insane. I will try and find it and send it to you, but he genuinely believed the zombie apocalypse started because of how they set it up. Like,
Gnarly.
yeah, it was brutal. Trouble for
Oh
that.
my
Yeah, you did
gosh.
get in trouble for
I just
that.
was trying not to laugh hard because I read that and I got into trouble for that. Like literally almost made me keel over laughing because I was like, hey, feels.
Well, because I like
get
scary
it.
movies, but like I was too scared to watch them. So like Dad and I would watch them, and I would have like the clicker to like turn down the volume and turn up the volume when I'd get too scared. But that movie was too much.
Yeah.
I
That was intense.
didn't make it far. That's for sure. I do remember I did not. I made it to the part. If you remember, there's a part where like they're in a house. It's near the beginning, and the zombie comes crashing through like the window or the skylight. I can't remember what, but that's when I was like, done.
Nope.
I can't do this.
Off.
And that
Where's the
scene
clicker?
still makes me jump every time. I know it's happening. It still gets me every time.
Oh my gosh. For a while there, I couldn't even watch like if I was to try to rewatch The Walking Dead right now, I would stress out at the beginning episodes, guaranteed. I know
They're
that
way
sounds
more they're
dumb.
way more stressful though.
Like,
Like there was more of a threat in the beginning. Now it's like maybe you might see a zombie, but you don't
it's
really
more
see
just
zombies.
yeah,
It's more people.
yeah, everyone figuring out how to live.
Yeah.
And
Like, which is why I couldn't watch. I didn't enjoy watching, like, Fear the Walking Dead because we were
mm,
already like 7 seasons into like Walking Dead, so we've established the
mm,
rules. We know the do's and don'ts of zombies, and now I'm supposed to go back to the beginning with these newbies, and they don't know the rules, and they're shouting and being loud. I
yeah.
couldn't. I literally, the first couple seasons of that, I really struggled because I'm like, I can't let go of my zombie training from The Walking Dead now because you're all being stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it.
No. But it is a good
Um,
show, like once you get past a certain part. It is a actually decent show until they
yeah.
kill off one of the best characters, and I was like enraged.
Excuse me?
I
That's
was
the whole
like
point of shows like that. It
I was
sucks.
pissed. I'm like, you could have literally killed
Ugh.
anybody.
Anyone.
Anybody. And you killed that person. I was like, nah, this is stupid. So yeah, so I
Get
think
bored
we
with it.
all agree on like slow zombies.
Slow zombies for
Because
the
no
win.
one's picking like
Absolutely.
like World War Z or like 28 Days Later zombies. No one's doing
No.
that.
That's just too much.
That's like
Who
just
has
lunacy.
the manpower for that shit? You just yeet in there. I'm gonna become one with you.
Seriously.
Fucking honestly. Okay, I'll do one and then you can
Yeah,
do one.
go.
Okay. This one's a little. This one has 6 options to the answer. I know I got these like wild ones. I know, but I can put it in chat also, which I will do right now. In fact, when I'm finished reading. Who would you rather fight?
Okay.
105-year-old kids. One duck the size of a horse. Mike Tyson with a peg leg he isn't used to. A muzzled bear with packing foam peanuts on its paws and claws. 20 elderly people all armed with rolling pins. Or 2 kangaroos with brass knuckles and spiked cleats.
Dear Lord.
I know. I saw this one and I was like, wow, that's quite the list.
Like
Let's
this
bring
person
it on.
really thought about this one.
Yeah.
105-year-olds. I'm dead. That's so funny. I can't even with that answer. A muzzled bear with foam peanuts. Mello goes with the duck, which is the size of a horse.
Mel, a horse-sized duck? I love it. I don't know. I guess it's got less. Do ducks have like teeth? I guess they might have like little tiny teeth.
They might have little tiny
bills,
teeth,
right? I haven't
maybe?
actually looked into that.
And I think their little feet have like little claws too.
They're tiny little webbed little. Well, they're not tiny. It's the size of a horse.
Yeah,
so
it's not
it's
a
a big
fucking
duck.
horse. Yeah, they can be
Big
swatting you,
fucking
and
duck. It's like bigger than an emu or an
they can
ostrich.
shoot out their like
Oh, fuck that.
like their corkscrew penis, a horse-sized
Oh.
corkscrew penis. Like, oh my god, I realized I would send them to bed on them for a week.
You ground them for a week. Good luck.
No teeth.
It's a
What's
mass
no
in
teeth?
numbers.
What a 5-year-old, Cleese, since you have children, does a
Oh, fuck
5-year-old
no.
have teeth?
Well, yeah, but I think they're referring to, or she's referring to.
Oh, the duck. But
Yeah.
but a 5-year-old, does 5-year-old have teeth?
Yes, and nails.
And they're sharp, like they're extra sharp.
I mean, as long as their parents keeping their nails trimmed, like otherwise,
have no
yeah,
teeth.
biting would suck. 105-year-olds, no fucking thank you.
Yeah. I don't know. Like that's all a very hard choice. Like the muzzled bear with like the bubble wrap claws. Like
I literally picked that one. I'm just gonna say
That
it.
sounds-
I picked that one because 20 elderly people armed with rolling pins. No thanks.
No, thank you.
2 kangaroos in any circumstance,
no.
brass knuckles or not. That.
Nah.
Mike Tyson with a peg leg. Kona's like, I'd pick Mike Tyson with a peg leg. He isn't used to it. I'm like, he's got upper body strength. All you have to do is put your good leg out. You're down. Like, what do you mean? It's Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Fuck birds too, by the way. And yeah, I have 2 toddlers, so no on the
Imagine
105
500 of them.
No,
Like,
no,
crazy.
it's too much. That's like an entire elementary school of
Do
like
I
certain
have
grades.
a weapon, or am I like just defenseless?
Not clarified.
I'm gonna.
I assume it's just a fist fight. Which that's kind of fucked to say with 5-year-olds, but like,
Yeah, fucked it up.
we're gonna
5-year-olds.
pretend that this is obviously all hypothetical.
And like that's a lot of kids. Like that's 500 children.
Push over the old people.
But how many old people
There's
is there?
20. That's
There's
a
20
lot.
of them.
And it's also like how old? Like are
Yeah.
they, you know?
Like
it's a
like
limit.
I'm 98. Are they like 65? What's old in
That's
people's
true.
view? Like if
Elderly
it's
is like over 65 is what they say, but I just don't believe that because I think it all depends
No.
on your health as in general as who you
Yeah.
are as a human. So
Like-
like that's very
like
interesting.
I pictured like someone that's like almost like 100.
Yeah, I pictured someone at least over 80
Yeah.
as well.
But still like
That's-
there
I
could
think
be someone
we,
that's
like classify
strong.
their- Yeah, there could be like a strong older person. Like I know someone who's like over 70 that is a bodybuilder. So like I don't know.
I'm just throwing out there that we don't have rules.
I said 65.
Yeah.
And that's not. It wasn't
I don't know.
her.
I don't know what
But
I
that's
said.
like when you can start collecting Social Security essentially up here, or not here, but I don't know how that is. I don't know.
Yeah.
But in America, that's how that flows, and you're considered elderly technically at that point, even though you're probably not.
I
honestly.
forget who is who.
It's kinda
Like
fucked up,
like the
but-
crafty woodworker and the crafty woodworker. I can't remember who's who, but
Just crafty woodworker is your dad.
yeah. So you're collecting money from the government because of your age.
But
you
that doesn't-
you count kind
yeah.
of age wise.
I'm not
I'm
saying
just
you're
saying. Nah.
Or elderly. But you're right. I think elderly more classified. Personally think your age and who you are classifies like your health and how you like function.
And also, let's be
personally.
fair, they have rolling pins.
They have rolling pins.
That's
What
a
if they were strong?
solid
Those are
piece of
hard.
wood. That's a solid piece of wood.
He's my sugar
Your
daddy.
daddy.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. I love it.
But
So yeah, that's mine. I don't know how you all feel about that one, but I'm definitely picking a muzzled bear with packing foam peanuts on its claws and paws.
I kind of want to say the duck because I want to try and tame it and then ride it.
I guess the duck would be the least aggressive.
Maybe.
Well, maybe unless I don't
Unless it's
They're all very
it's a Canadian goose, then you're fucked, and I'm never choosing that.
Well, it wouldn't be a goose because we have them migrate through our zone in through Tahoe here, and they are not kind. So I definitely understand.
They're evil when their heads do that thing, run. When
No goose for me. I'm with you.
Yeah, no.
See,
goose.
I don't like birds in general. So anything that's like, would you rather fight any of these birds? Fuck that I don't
know.
No,
like in Final Fantasy, there's like chocobo. So I've always dreamt about riding a giant bird just from that.
If it was chill, sure.
But I can chill it. Maybe I'm like the duck. I'm a whisper, and I can chill him out, and we can be friends.
There you go.
I think I'm going with the duck-sized horse.
She's going duck.
No, horse-sized duck.
I'm most familiar with Buzz. Buzz. Oh my god. I read muzzled bear, and I've said Buzz. I'm most familiar with bears, so I feel like I could handle. I don't like birds that much. I like to watch. Anyways, I have a lot of birds I like to check out in my neighborhood and stuff. I saw a fat woodpecker this thing was huge. It's like the second largest woodpecker in the country, I think, and they chill out here. But I saw it today and it had the brightest red head, and it was just, it was big. It was like seagull size, like
Jesus.
Usually they're kind of small.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh, thing is huge, and I tried to get a little close to get a picture, and it saw me, and it was like,
hell no,
flew away. I went into the park. I was like kind of bummed because I kind of wanted to get a better picture, but yeah. Okay, your turn.
Okay, would you rather have an
Big
obsessive,
peckers.
insane person love you or hate you?
Oh fuck.
And as a note, have an obsessive, insane person love you whom you don't love. It's just creepy stalker. So let me say it one more time. Would you rather have an obsessive, insane person love you or hate you? That's a tough one, right?
That's really hard.
Yeah.
I personally would never want to go with hate.
Yeah.
Love wins as long as they're not. Oh man, that's tough. I'd rather them
Yeah.
love me. But what if they love me so much that they hurt me?
Yeah, exactly. Like my first thought was um 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 Selena, like the singer Selena, who
Mhm.
got murdered by her fan club like president
Yeah. Ooh.
because she loved her
Mm-mm.
so much and she couldn't let like anyone else have her.
Ooh, the obsession. That's gnarly. I don't know
Yeah.
about that. Ooh. That's tough. Because hating you, see, but like it almost is that's a good one.
Mm.
That's tough because hating each other it almost becomes a love, which is really fucked up to say sounding, but like well, not each other, but do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you become so passionate about not liking the person unless because they're insane. Maybe they just constantly want to like bug you, you
Yeah.
know?
Like that's the best case scenario, I
That's
guess.
really, I mean, bugging you, I'm trying to be like chill, but
Yeah.
like harass essentially is what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like abusive and stuff.
Yeah.
And like I would only assume with love that the person would be kind, but we don't know that.
They could be kind until you turn them down and then they
And
don't
then they
become kind.
don't become kind, and that's fucking kind of scary.
Yeah. I
That's a
think
tough one. I don't
I
know.
like if I had to choose between them, I would choose love just because I think hate could escalate and like love could escalate, but for the times when it's good, it's better than hate.
I almost don't trust the love though.
Yeah.
I almost don't trust the love though. I think I'd almost want they're insane. You can end up with the same ending. Exactly. That's why I was feeling the
Exactly.
same. That's where exactly where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
I want neither, but because I have to choose one, I guess I'd rather them. I think I'm gonna go towards hate
Yeah.
because at least I know it's gonna be aggressive and it's not gonna be false advertising.
True. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's like okay, this is going a really shitty way to start. It's probably not gonna change. At least I can figure out how to work through that. Like I always want to believe in love, right? That's the kindest way to go. But like love turns into some scary shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Probably blocked them off all my social media. Ooh, that's gnarly. Yeah, no, no, no. That's not good. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, see, yeah, when it's like that, that's intense.
But like that could happen with hate too. Like you would have to block
But
them on all social medias and be terrified of them coming around
and that's why it's like I'd rather them hate to start
because
because
you
at least
know
you
it's
know.
yeah.
It wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, you love me. That's so kind. Like, but I don't love you back. You know, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Whereas I'd rather you just hate me to start if that's the case.
Yeah.
I don't know. In my mind, that's how I feel. Which I would normally always pick the love side of things. I think that's exactly where I started off with this. But now I'm like,
Yeah.
I genuinely think in that situation, I'd prefer you hate me.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Here's mine. Uh, would you rather have the power to create anything or destroy anything? And it's vague, so like let's just put a cap on like well no, it's anything. It's not vague. It's wide spectrum.
I think it's create cuz like
It's so funny cuz we're all like creators here, a lot of
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
So
Or like you could like solve a lot of issues like if you destroy as well. Like if you destroyed all nukes then there would be no fear of nuclear attacks and shit like that, or you could destroy the rich people so then the poor people could have more money and a better life. Like we're like I think a lot of us immediately thought of destroying and creating things, you know?
but you can only destroy.
Yeah, I could only
That's
destroy.
what's hard.
Only destroy.
It's like you either have you either have the power to create anything you want or destroy anything you want. So technically, you could create anything you want that would destroy the rich people.
Yeah, technically there's loopholes here.
Loopholes.
Loopholes. Hello, writers of this thread. That's why you gotta put down rules. Because there's people like us that'll create loopholes.
We have I'm a loopholer. Where's the loophole?
I'm gonna find it.
Because it's definitely like kind of there's definitely sets you up for some loopholes. But like honestly, if you can create anything, you can create anything that would destroy anything. But does that break the rules? Like we don't know because
there are no rules.
Maybe you can't destroy anything once you're only able to create. But what if you're creating something that unintentionally destroys something?
Yeah, like what if you create a bunch of crops and then you destroyed starvation?
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think create's probably
create
the best answer because there's no like time travel in this. It's just create or destroy. Like you can't go back in time and just like destroy something.
Yeah, I agree. That's that on mine.
Yeah, I'm going with create. I think everyone else too chose create.
We're creating.
We're creating together. So creative. Okay, so I got one.
Okay.
Would you rather be able to converse with non-human animals or have lifelong fluency in every human language?
My God. So talk to the animals or talk to any human?
Yeah, like you can speak every language fluently and talk to every person, or you can talk to every animal, like non-human animal.
I like want to say the animals because I'd love to hear what the animals have to say.
Yeah.
Specifically, like when I played Divinity with Goof, like I can talk to the animals in that game. It's like kind of sick because I learn information. So it's like, but in the real world, I think I would want to talk. I think I'd want to talk to humans. I think I'd rather be fluent in every language. Because you know what? I don't know if I want to hear what the animals have to say.
Exactly, you've been translators for people, and we can learn languages, but we can never learn to talk to animals. So I'm going with the animals because I want to know what Patrick has to say. I want to know what all the dogs that pop in and say hello to me have to say. I would rather talk to animals than be able to fluently speak every language.
That's legit.
Yeah, because I love that.
I guess I've never really spoken any language beyond English, so it'd be really that's where my brain goes. Like I'd love to just be able to be fluent and go anywhere and talk to anyone and not have an issue with like that lack of communication.
Where I come from with the fluency in every language thing is I would love to hear what people are saying
just in general,
like
right?
in front of me. Like there's times when I show sweets and they're from Pakistan, Iran, and they're talking in their native tongues and they're laughing at like, and I'm like, are you talking shit about me? Are you talking shit about the building? What are you saying? That's kind of where I went going. I want to know when someone's talking shit to me about something else. So, like, I can surprise them and be like, bleh.
So, when I visited, when I had a chance to visit England, Paris, Amsterdam, I did a little, like, triangle when I was, like, 19. And when I got to France, I went to Paris and we didn't speak a lick of French, right?
Yeah.
And we were trying to figure out, we're young. I was with a girlfriend of mine and we didn't know really where we were, what we were doing.
Yeah.
And we did the best that we could. And we had a gentleman actually help us get to our hotel, but we could not talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like he literally only was able to see the address and like pointed this way because he could not speak any English and we really didn't know a lick of French, like I said. So in that moment, being fluent in every language would have been so beneficial to even speak, because how are we going to trust you? Granted, just because we could talk doesn't mean I can trust you, but at least we could converse and we could feel body language and another. We never saw the guy again.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm still safe many years later, over a decade and a half now. But like, you know, it's just, in that like, yes, I would love to hear what the animals have to say, but at the same time, I probably think we're all fucking crazy, fucking like just you guys suck. So like, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm
I
just
don't
like
blame
thinking.
them.
It's one of my dreams. I desperately want to know what Patrick's thinking.
That's fair.
all the time. I want to know what he has to say. I just want to know what he's thinking. I want him to talk to me.
Haven't I seen Taken? I mean, no, I haven't. But
to be fair,
are you asking me if I've ever seen movies? Stop
yeah,
it.
seriously. Clace doesn't watch movies. But like I did literally the same thing like in Korea. Like I was heading out to go to like this like concert thing that's like pop-up concert. It was a free pop-up concert. And I was trying to find my way around and I got super duper lost and I walked into this cafe because like there's like there's Wi-Fi there and I'm pulling up the map like on my phone and I walked up to this like person and I'm like, where is this? Help me. Help me. And it was this lady that could not speak like I'm English at all. And she wrote down the stations I had to go to. Like she knew like the English like writings of the names and stuff. So she would be like 1, this station, 2, this station, exit, this number. And then she like gave me this paper and I'm like, cool.
That's where you go.
Thanks.
It's so necessary though. Like smartphones, when did you go? Do you remember what year?
To Korea?
Yeah.
20 I'm getting reminders right now that it's happened 9 years ago today.
Okay.
So 9 years ago would be 2022 minus 9 is 2013.
Okay.
So I didn't have like an iPhone. I had like an iPod that I had my music on that I could like do apps and shit with still.
Right. So I went in 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
And like smartphones weren't what they are today. They were even I mean, they existed, but I think they were like.
You could never
I
use
think
it
I still
in
had
France.
a flip phone, honestly. Yeah. I don't, not to date myself that bad and not that old, but like, you know what I'm saying?
And I will say that even if you went to like I'm at Paris and like France and spoke even a little bit of French, the French will still treat you like shit.
I didn't have a problem. I hear that all the time.
You're lucky because
lucky.
When we went to like France and like growing up, like my dad's English, so we hear things about the French all the time. And I'm like, yeah, it's just dad being dad. But then we got there, I'm like, they're kind of like snooty the same way that he's told me all my life that they're very snooty and
yeah,
like they're kind of
the same thing.
And like even people, I showed a tweet once of people who are from France, and then they're like, oh, so have you been to France? And I'm like, oh yeah, I went to Paris in like high school, and they're like, yeah, and how was it? And I'm like, is this, where are we going with this? And I'm like, you know, like you hear things about the French and it was kind of true. And they're like, yeah, that's because you went to Paris and they are assholes. Like these are French people from France.
I have heard that about Paris specifically.
They're like, yeah, Paris is a bunch of assholes. Like we're from like outside of Paris, like the countryside, and they're like, yeah, they're a bunch of assholes. And I'm glad that it went here. I wasn't sure if you guys were like testing me to see what I was gonna say or like start a fight with me. They are rude. They are fucking, like, for instance, like we were like order food like at like a sandwich shop, and they had like at this certain place they had like kind of pictures or displays of what the sandwiches were. I'd be pointing at the one I want, and they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, I'm pointing at the sandwich. And they're like,
that one?
I don't know. And I'm like, this one. The one with the eggs. I don't speak French, but I'm pretty sure pointing is a universal language. And there's
the one with the eggs.
The one with the eggs in it. Thank you. And then, yeah, so they finally gave me the sandwich. But I'm like, bro,
oh my God.
I'm like, this one.
The one with the eggs.
And then they're like, I don't know. I don't know. You're just a stupid foreigner. And I'm like, bitch, I'm pointing. They speak fucking English too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and God forbid if you go there with like your I'm a Canadian French speaking Canadian French in Paris. Good luck with that.
I was most excited because one of my favorite soups is French onion soup. And of course, we spent the whole day in the Louvre, right?
Yeah.
Didn't realize how small, for some reason, even though I knew about the Mona Lisa, I didn't
Don't even get me
comprehend how
started.
small she was.
Don't even get me started on that.
I was just like,
it was
excuse
disappointing,
me?
right?
She's like
8
by 10.
She's
Like
little.
a sheet of fucking paper, dude. She's small.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
I was disappointed.
I was shocked.
I made everybody laugh like on that trip because like we're in like a group of like like it's groups of like 10s or whatever, and then we walk up and then I literally said, "Is that it?" And then they're like, "Oh my god, Chelsea." And I'm like, "But seriously, is this it?"
I like shouldn't be disappointed because then it's reminded that he did carry it with him all the time. Like in his backpack or his sack,
so
right?
then that
So,
makes
like,
sense. It needs to be small, but
yeah, that it's small. But like, I didn't comprehend that seeing
I
it was
will
gonna be
always-
actually small.
I
Like,
will
don't
always
know
say
why.
there's much better art than her at the Louvre.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
much
I
better
completely
art,
agree.
like-
but it was also just like such a historical thing to
Yes.
experience. You
Yeah,
know? It was
but
like
she's
really
tiny.
cool. But
She's tiny.
it is tiny, and like
did you
there's
throw
like
cake at it? I thought about it because she's so
there's, like,
small.
There's like a full-on barrier around her, so like you can't even get very close to
Nah.
see it. So it's kind of meh, but it was fine. But anyways, doing the Louvre, I apparently this happens when you travel and you are in museums. Ended up getting like sick, like pukey sick.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really enjoy a French onion. Like right after we went to go eat some French onion soup, and I couldn't down it, and I was ralphing in the freaking
That's
toilet.
sad.
So
I
was really sad. Favorite soup.
only recently had French onion soup, honestly. Recently, like within the last
man.
like 2 months. And I'm always thinking about French onion soup now. It's so good.
It's literally one of the best things.
It's the best. It's the best
It's
kind
a
of soup.
delicious comfort soup, you know? Ooh, with the crust and the cheesy and the It's just so good.
There's
So
a boy there.
hi boy, let me
Hi,
see
boy.
you.
Hi. Hey, bud.
Patrick.
Patrick. That guy.
Someone actually threw cake at it? Oh my
Yeah.
God. Well, they do have
You
like
didn't
a
hear about
thick-
it?
No, I was like, what is that a joke?
No, this happened like a couple like weeks ago. Like they literally
No
ran up and threw
way!
cake at it as a protest of global warming. I believe
What does Mona Lisa have to
like
do with that?
like it was a man dressed as a woman, and they ran up and threw cake at it.
Okay,
That's all I got for you.
that's interesting.
But
I mean,
apparently
what a
it's
waste of cake.
like that picture's been attacked like maybe like a handful of times like throughout the years.
Interesting.
Yeah, people like choose to attack that one because it's the most famous, essentially.
Yeah. What a trip.
Yeah.
I can't remember who went last. Did you just go last?
Yeah, I just
Or did
went last
okay.
because we were talking about talking to animals or people.
Yes, thank you. And then for some reason we ended up in Paris. Oh yeah, because of language and
Yeah.
right.
What a waste of cake. I know,
No,
right?
that's what I said. What a waste of cake. Like you didn't even get to have your cake. What do you mean? That's where the line "you can't have your cake and eat it too" kicks in. It's like, yeah, because you're throwing it at Mona Lisa. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, I want cake too.
I want cake too.
I want freaking
Ah.
all the cake right now.
I love cake.
I love pie too, but I love cake.
I love cake more.
I'm a frosting person.
Yes.
I'm usually like the cake's got to be really good because I probably won't eat all of it, like a cake part.
Yeah.
But I will eat all the frosting.
I love like
All
the
the
kind of like
frosting.
harder frosting. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
Like
okay.
I love
Like
I
thicker?
love all frosting, but I like it when it's like kind of cold and the icing is like breaks off almost, but like not fully
Mhm.
breaks off. It's still soft, but it still like comes off
Like
in
melts
chunks.
in your mouth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love all frosting, but I know exactly what you're talking about. So good.
Or like a shitty like Safeway cake. Like just a shitty store-bought, just a shitty quality cake.
Stale.
Love it. Love it.
I love all the cake. Cake's good. As long as like it's not dry. And I've made a couple dry cakes in my life and I'm like, ooh, this cake sucked, but I will try next time.
I'm still gonna eat it.
I'm still eating it because there's frosting on it, so. Oh yeah, good moist cake with copious amounts of delicious frosting.
Yes.
Exactly. Cream cakes.
Cream cakes.
Okay.
Cake. Yeah.
So I have a what would you rather have as a pet? What would you rather have as a pet? Ready? I'm going to put it in chat as well. A monkey, a panda, a tiger, a snake, an eagle, or a penguin.
If you asked 7-year-old me, it would be a monkey 1,000,000%. But penguin.
That's what Kona said too.
Like if you asked younger me, it would be monkey. I was obsessed with monkeys. I dreamt of owning a monkey. But
that is awesome.
But adult me, I'm like the option. There's also a penguin option.
Like a penguin.
Like a penguin.
Think about this. It's a freaking penguin. And
like pandas. I have my beef with pandas. because they eat a food that purposely slows them down and makes them lazy, so then they don't have panda sacs, and that's why they're endangered, because they don't breed enough, because they're eating bamboo, and bamboo is technically poisonous for them. And I'm like,
can't they eat something else?
They can, but they would rather eat bamboo.
Wow.
And to me, I
didn't know that.
Yeah. And to me, I'm like, it's pandas telling us that they want to die. They want to be killed off. Like, we're just keeping them around because they're cute. Like, if they were ugly, do you think that there'd be, like, people saving the pandas? No.
Maybe not.
No, we're only keeping them alive because they're cute, and we're feeding them the stuff that's poisoning them and making them slow and lazy, so then they die.
That is just fascinating. I had no idea.
Yeah, so I have a personal beef with pandas because of that.
Shelly ain't flowing with the trash pandas,
And then the tigers, I'm not going to be the next, like, I'm a tiger king out here, and that's not happening. Snakes are creepy. The eagle will rip your fucking face off. So,
Penguin's the safest bet.
I'm going penguin.
So I've had a snake before, which wasn't the nicest snake, but I'll let that slide because I had a friend who had a snake. That's name was Gorgeous. And she was I know this sounds crazy. She was a really fucking cool snake. And I actually have a picture. I'm gonna pull it up right now, but I will find it eventually and show you guys. The snake was wrapped around my head gently and like literally kind of just chilling. Just, hey, there are some I'm willing as long as they don't get too big. But I had a tough one this one because monkeys scared the shit out of me.
Really? Like all monkeys or just breeds, like certain breeds of monkeys?
They're just, I mean, I don't know about it. I just don't know about it, guys. Monkeys kind of stress me out because it's like they're not human, but like they're kind of
not human.
I know, but they kind of like feel in that way, like obviously the closest thing to a human, but they can't like. Monkeys stress me out. Like I can't explain it. There's something about. I think it's the story of the woman getting attacked by her pet monkey. I don't know when that happened. It was like a few years ago, maybe even longer than that, maybe even a decade. Like ripped her face off and shit. Fucking shit fucks me up. Like, oh my God. And not saying that would happen all the time, but like, you think your tiger's safe, like Tiger King, they're still gonna get like, you know. I think the penguin's the safest animal to pick on this list.
Do you remember the whole thing where the lady left her monkey at the mall? Did you ever?
No.
And he's wearing like a fucking jacket.
I wouldn't know what to do with that.
I need to find a picture of this because you need to see this monkey because this image of this monkey like lives in my head rent free 24/7.
Oh my god, that's hysterical. Rent free.
Monkey jacket. Like it's so damn it.
I say snake or penguin for me because I've been around snakes and I think it ultimately depends on the snake. I would not choose a monkey. I would not choose a panda or a tiger.
Okay.
Or eagle.
I'm putting this up. There he is. There he is. Wait, no, that's not. Wait.
On the top left, the left there.
Let me. Oh, 1 sec. I need to do some altering. There he is.
Okay. Oh
there
my God,
he is.
The little puffy jacket.
Yeah, with the puffer jacket. Like, look at him. Look at him.
I still wouldn't trust a tiny monkey like that.
I know, but I love that story of that monkey.
He's so cute.
It makes me laugh all the time. And like
look at his little
face. And this happened at Toronto in IKEA. Yeah, it's at IKEA, and she like left him at IKEA.
And it's really fucking. How could you leave your monkey behind?
I don't know.
On purpose?
I cannot remember. Like this was
Why would you?
10 years ago. I feel. So I don't like remember. I don't remember everything.
Can't believe it. I can't.
And then I also have to throw out, if you're stressed out by like apes and stuff. My dad does a top-notch impersonation of a gorilla, and it's terrifying.
Really?
It like as a kid, like even now it like stresses me out, but like as a kid, like it terrified me when he do his like ape thing. Oh, it's fucking scary. Like it's
that's a chimp.
It's not cool. Like it's scary. So IKEA don't sell jackets. They don't, but this woman brought this monkey to IKEA and she like left him at IKEA, and that was his personal jacket.
I'm sorry, but how do you leave your monkey at a store?
I
just still can't comprehend that. Like you have an exotic animal with a jacket on and you left it there.
Yeah, I'm gonna like try and look at where is the IKEA monkey now. No word on whether the monkey still has a coat, but today he is happily living at Storybook Farm Primate Sanctuary in Sunderland, Ontario.
Oh my God. Okay, so he's in a sanctuary.
Yeah.
So she just like abandoned it, I assume?
I can't remember.
That's wild.
Darwin. That's the monkey's name. I'm trying to figure out why she left him at IKEA.
Darwin?
Darwin the monkey.
Wow. That's hysterical. She must have been like, it's kind of like when you drop a baby off at the hospital, you know? Or a fire department.
Like, he was 7 months old. His owner is Yasmin Yakuda, who allegedly purchased the monkey in Montreal, where ambiguous regulations allow individual borrowers to set restrictions on. But why did you leave him in IKEA? I don't know. Did he get?
I think she just abandoned it. But it sounds like
we don't know if he kept his jacket, but
let it go.
He's so fucking cute. Just looking at pictures of him now.
Okay, like that monkey's hecka cute, but like also sketches me out. I don't know why.
Like he'll rip off your fucking face eventually.
That scares me. I'm sorry, and like so can birds.
Birds too.
The jacket is important, but penguins are like.
Penguins are fat and slow. Like
chill,
they can't really hop up things, you know. Like if push comes to shove, like I can. If the penguin attacks me, I can like jump up onto the counter, and he's not gonna get me.
But it could hop and slide on its tummy.
But there's no ice though. I think that only counts if there's like snow and ice. I don't think it counts on like a floor like this.
I don't know what that floor is like, but it's still I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't trust all the exotic animals. They'll stress me out. But if I picked any of them, it's a snake or fucking penguin. Snake.
I would pick the penguin. Snakes, not an option. Snakes are not cool in my book. No.
And it also depends for me, like what kind of snake, because that's kind of important.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to get like something that like not like it's big,
like a python,
size himself up and eat me. No, or my children. So something that stays small, like a king snake or whatever. Which that sounds like it would be big, but they actually stay relatively small.
A garden snake.
Yeah, those little black and yellow ones or whatever.
A little green guy.
Or a little green guy. you know?
Yeah.
Then it's like just chill. It's not really gonna, I don't know.
True. I don't know. I just, nah.
But I get you. I feel you. They wear suits. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
She did dance with penguins. That's true.
Those talented penguins, right? How did they train those penguins?
How did they do it? Do you have another one?
Yes,
Or,
I do.
okay, good, good.
I think I have like 2 or 3 more.
Perfect. I have a few more as well, but I can
Eat
pick through
penguin in
them.
England. I wonder what that tastes like. Blubbery. I follow these Inuit people that eat narwhal, and like, first of all, where are you killing like this narwhal, and can we like see it? Because like it's one of my dreams to see like a narwhal in person, like the unicorn of the ocean. Like,
Seriously.
it's my fucking dream. I want to see one so bad, but I
Yeah.
gotta go. I gotta go to cold places, which I don't want to do. Don't want to deal with that.
No, thank you. Over the cold.
So I got one. Would you rather have all farts be silent but extremely deadly? Or if all farts be harmless? No, sorry. Let me reread that. I got confused by myself. Would you rather have all farts be silent but extremely deadly, or all farts be harmless but extremely loud?
Oh, I take a loud fart any day.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, because I get gassed out by Kona sometimes. Like, he's the stinky farter most of the time. Not to toot my own horn over here, but like, I fart plenty and I have stinky ones, and even if I gas myself out, it fucking sucks. But I'd rather just be fucking loud, like yeet. Yeah,
But
you heard that come out my butt? What?
I would rather be like, I'm naturally like the silent but like deadly. But if you're silent and deadly, they'll never know it's you. And and then they'll go blame other people.
But yeah, I guess. I mean,
like, I would rather have people not know that I farted versus like I just chewed out loud and they know it's me.
I'd rather just be like, yeah, I did it.
Really?
And laugh about it and blush, yes. And then laugh. And if you find me disgusting, then I'd be like, okay, everyone farts. As most people, I should say, fart, I assume.
Everyone farts.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
As long as everything's working, you should be able to fart, I assume.
Yeah. But yeah, I like, it's funny when mine are loud, but mine are mostly silent but deadly.
And stinky. Yeah.
And I don't know, I just would rather have it like that. So then, I don't know, I don't want people to, like, I don't care if Jordan knows I farted or like anyone in our group knows. I don't give a shit. But when I'm like at work or something, I would rather pass it off to somebody else. Nah.
Yeah, but if you're loud, like, so it's a loud fart, it doesn't smell.
Yeah, the whole point of this is that
stinky fart and it smells.
It's either going to be silent but deadly, or loud and no smell. So I'm going with silent but deadly, because in a crowd or wherever I am, I'm just crop dusting, and they never know it's me.
I definitely tried to tighten my cheeks if I have to fart in public.
But
sure,
tightening it could like get like the squeakers out. It can
definitely.
Yeah, tightening them cheeks could be dangerous too.
But sometimes the squeaks like at least tone down a little bit rather than a big. You know?
Sometimes you're playing a risky game.
But then
there.
if you yeet it, I don't know. You gotta let out a fart.
But what if you were in front of like your boss and they're about to give you a promotion, and then you just blast ass in front of them, like, and then
they better know me by now. Damn it.
Hello.
They better know me by now.
They know me as the one that farts.
I am loud and proud, but you can't smell shit.
It was fart love, yes. Fart love.
It was fart love. That's always been something I've been a firm believer in, is like when you can be comfortable to like fart in front of somebody.
Yeah.
You know, like in a relationship specifically, not necessarily like in this scenario because in personal preference, because it's a would you rather like have a silent but deadly or a loud but proud, essentially. No deadly. I would typically prefer it be silent and deadly for the most, well, not deadly. I'd prefer it just be silent and not, like hold it in. But like in the reality of things, when you're in a relationship, I think it's that turning point where you're like, oh, I'm comfortable with you. I can just let this out. I don't have to feel like I have to hide it in because you do want to be professional with your boss. I would hate. I mean, no one would know, but if it was just the two of you in the room and they knew they didn't poop, they didn't fart, it's
Were you
only
so
me.
say if they didn't poop?
You know what I mean?
True.
And then they're like, gagging out.
But like you hold it in until you like leave the room from your boss.
You hope, but what if you don't? That's. I mean, what
if
you can't?
I don't know.
Sometimes you can't hold in a fart. Sometimes you have to fucking lift the cheek and let it out. So
you do it like discreetly,
as you just kind of gently be like, oh yeah.
No, but not everyone thinks farts are funny though.
And that's an issue, in my opinion. His
like,
farts are hilarious.
If I remember correctly, my stepbrother, he thinks they're disgusting. If I remember correctly, Crafty woodworker, one of your sons is like disgusted by farts and burps, I think too. He does. Yeah, he gets like seriously grossed out, and I'm like, those people are sad. Like, if you can't laugh at a fart, what can you laugh at? Like, seriously.
I mean, I think it's probably one of the funniest things to laugh at.
Yeah.
Personally, is a good old fart.
No burps, he does real loud. Okay, so it's just farts he has problems. Is it because it's like technically like poop particles? Like, what's his problem?
I think I traumatized him as a child. That's hysterical, honestly. I mean, I could see it, but I don't know. I'm loud and proud on that one. Yeah. I prefer it not smell, because that makes me more uncomfortable. That's the reason I try to hold in my fart. Not by the sound necessarily, because it's potentially going to smell. The smelling part's the part that like I'm not down. Smell your fucking fart, but like if I have to, whatever, I'm gonna probably laugh and be like, damn. Who let one out? Like it's just I'm all about farts. I love farts. Anyways, we laugh about farts all the time.
Yeah.
Ella will be walking around farting. John will just hysterically laugh. Like if anything farts, like we are laughing, right? So it's not like farts are not a problem. But like I think I'd prefer you just hear it and it doesn't smell and then we like laugh and get over it.
Yeah.
And if you don't like the fart, then I'll be like,
we can't be friends.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I tried to hold it in, but it had to come out. My tummy was hurting.
Yeah.
That's great. That was a great one. All right. Someone has a crush on you. I'll put this because I have like short ones and long ones, but I'm kind of doing the longer ones tonight. Someone has a crush on you. How would you rather find out? Now, side note, they'll respect your boundaries and in broad terms, you're compatible. But that is to say you don't have an age gap of 200 years, right?
Okay.
Would you prefer a direct in-person confession? Casual online confession? Confidential from a mutual friend without the other person's knowledge? Don't want to know? Or other and explain?
I think face-to-face. Because like the online one, you don't know who's typing. It might be like their friend joshing around, and it's just a test to see if you like them. I would never trust that shit.
I agree. I think the online confession's a little sus.
Yeah.
Or text message or just anything like that.
And then confidential with mutual friend. I don't believe that shit.
That's how my life always like kind of worked out, was the confidential from a mutual friend. Like, if there was something like that went down, but like I never trusted it because exactly. It never actually did anything. But personally, I don't want to know.
Yeah?
Yeah, like unless you I don't know. I'm weird with that shit. Like, yeah, you can tell me, but like I don't know if I'm going to like
How did Kona present his feelings to you or vice versa?
I mean, it was a
That was all.
long time ago in a whole different world I was living in. So,
True.
but we just immediately felt like a connection towards each other.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to explain because it wasn't like, oh, I'm crushing on you and you're crushing on me. I actually like someone else that introduced that person that I was crushing on at the time, introduced me to Kona. What was that?
That was Jordan just being like, oh, that's your
Um,
story.
oh, but yeah, so like, I was like, get out of here. Um, so like, it was a blessing in disguise how that worked out. Does that make sense? Because he ended up being the guy. Anyways,
Yeah.
long story short, I'm not gonna go into details, but yeah, I can't recall exactly how it worked, but we ended up hanging out a lot, and it wasn't like I'm crushing on you, but I did like. I will admit that like I had the crush from what I understood first because he would wait at the bus stop outside of the store that I worked at because he lived in the neighborhood and I would see him all the time. And I mean, he's 6'5", attractive, at that time, like going to work, and that's just like at the time, like that was his flow. And I definitely had the crush, but I never said anything. Just let it just all naturally kind of played out. So that's how that worked for me. I don't want to know only because I don't want it to be a joke and you're fucking with my feelings.
Yeah.
Because if I do like you back, and then you're just kind of being an asshole, like I hate that whole sense of
Yeah.
the word there. Like that all kind of stresses me out. But like if it ends up like working out, because I have confessed my feelings to someone before that didn't feel mutually, and I just would hate to have that happen in the because I haven't really had that happen knowingly.
Yeah.
In fact, one person that I did find out through another person that had a crush on me was too scared to tell me. So that was awkward
Yeah.
and a long, long time ago. So like long time ago. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I think I'd rather not know
Really?
and like let it organically happen, I think.
Yeah. But then, like, when they have to confess eventually.
Maybe eventually, and then that would be that would be the direct in person for sure. It would end up
Yeah.
being an in person confession, of course, but like I wouldn't want you to just come up to me like, "Hey, I have feelings for," or like, "I have a crush on you," because like I instantly feel like I have the spotlight. Because what if I don't? What if I do? And then it's like horseshoe crab. Oh my god. So Mel and I used to work together, and anyone super super cute that would come into the store. This other coworker of ours started us off where we didn't want to make it super obvious, but if someone good looking would come in and be like, "Yo, there's a horseshoe crab over there," I don't know why, but that was what we did, and it's so funny you brought that up, Belle. I totally forgot about horseshoe crab. That one horseshoe crab though that I know we're both thinking of. Just saying. Sorry, Kona, but you know,
Yeah.
there's attractive people in the world. Sorry.
There are.
He's not as attractive now though. I've seen him recently. Things
Oh,
can
yeah?
happen. Shit happens.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, but that's just like hypothetical younger self because we're both in obviously like really strong relationships, so it's not like
Yeah.
that, but like I saw that and I was kind of like, "Ooh, I don't know. I don't think I want to know."
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm weird because I don't want to because I'll overthink it. I'll think way too hard about it and probably ruin it, to be honest with you. So like, I'd rather not know. I'd literally rather it just organically like, wow, we have a connection. We've talked and like,
Yeah.
I like you. I like you too. Okay. Like instead of being like, I don't really know the person very well, and they're like, oh, I like have a crush on you,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, oh,
Cool. Thanks.
and the, I don't know. That just weirds me out. So. Been on the receiving end of that, so or the opposite.
I haven't had many confessions in my lifetime. No. Was not one of them girls that got the confessions from the boys.
Definitely not me
ever.
either. Mm-mm. Definitely
Which is why Jordan's
Definitely
my
not
only
either.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to deal with all that shit.
Kona's like my first boyfriend too.
Yeah?
I had a couple like I won't go
Flings.
deep in this like sexual partners prior to that, but like only like 2.
Yeah.
I guess I kind of had a thing. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. I guess but it wasn't real. It wasn't like a real
Yeah.
relationship. It was actually someone a little bit older than me, and I was over 18 that was kind of taking advantage of the situation, I'm realizing. But like beyond
Yeah.
that, Kona's definitely my first and so
Serious
far
relationship.
serious relationship, and we've been together for fucking 12 years in January. So
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Why do we even like each other? No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, what's your next one?
What's my next one? This one's a good one because every time I see it, it makes me crack up and laugh. Would you rather shit yourself once a week or piss yourself once a day? No, like no warning when it will happen. It just happens.
Piss myself because I already did that after having kids. I would way rather not have to clean up shit.
Piss yourself once a day or shit yourself once a week. It's not every day you shit yourself. It's once a week.
I don't give a fuck. I don't want to clean up shit. I'd rather piss myself once a day. Change my underwear. Clean myself up.
Myself really
You'd rather
good.
poo yourself?
You're picking
no,
poo
you would
yourself.
Not. You would not.
I would. Do I get a warning? No, there's no warning at all. No warning is happening. It just happens.
I would sneeze and piss myself.
It's
so like I
easier
can't
to clean
even
up. Exactly.
You get no warnings. You just
I feel
like,
that.
It's like a shart when you have diarrhea and you fart and you're like, oh fuck. There was no warning for that unless you knew you might shart, I guess, or poop. But when you farted, but like,
John, well, like you could also like if you go out, you could like wear like an adult diaper type of thing. So, but like,
no.
Do you want to live like that? I went with pissing myself once a day.
Yeah, I piss myself easily.
Just because like poo's smelly.
And pee can be smelly too, of course, especially like in certain situations, but like poop is poop. Like you can't get around poop.
No.
Like it's what it is. So depends on what. Like the diaper brand is what I assumed you.
Yeah, I'm assuming like the diaper depends as well. I can't wait.
I'm dying. That's a good one. Okay, I have 2 more that I am down to share if you are, but they're fart related.
Oh,
how many more do you have?
Do you have another one? I have one more. Oh yeah. No, I don't, because I saved that one twice. No, I got nothing else.
Perfect. I will do. If that's okay with you, I'll do the 2 fart ones or the 2 kind of butt fart ones because they're hysterical. They wear them in Vegas.
Yeah, like people wear them in Vegas to gamble all day.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I hadn't even thought about that.
That's a thing.
Oh my god. They probably do that in Reno too.
Probably.
Ew.
Yeah, they're just sitting there pissing and shitting
themselves. It's not like the poop seeps in. It sits there.
Yeah.
I can't. I change diapers still right now because my 2-year-old is not potty trained yet. So toilet trained. I like to say toilet, but anyways. Okay, ready?
Yes.
This one I did myself.
This
is my own personal would you rather's because Jordan was upset that we didn't have enough fart stuff last week.
Yeah.
So I noted that. So would you rather have an itchy butthole for a week and you can't clean it to relieve it, or an itch on the bottom of your foot for a week that you can't relieve the itch until the week is over?
Ooh. I think I'd go with the butthole itch. You guys are going with feet? I
just wanted to hear that out loud.
You knew that I was going to pick the butthole itch?
I just wanted someone to say it out loud.
Really? You're all going with the foot? Like
That's
now,
what Coda said
now I feel weird, but I think I would rather go with the butthole itch.
I mean, you can't do anything to relieve it. Like,
and
ignore the foot. nor the foot.
But like I go to bed
mean,
and my feet are always like itchy, like in bed for
like,
some reason. Like I don't know why,
really?
but yeah, like the bottom of my feet are like sometimes just itchy and like
The little itchy spots.
I just can't relieve it. But
So you can clean your butthole all you want, but it's not going to relieve the itch.
yeah,
Is the point. Like you can clean it up, sure.
yeah, you can scrub a dub up there.
But you can't, like, even putting like diaper rash or cream or whatever, nothing like that was going to help. It's just going to be itchy for a week.
You guys are all weird in my opinion.
I forget because I went over this one with Kona too last night, and he definitely said the itchy foot. And I was
What
like,
do you
but
pick?
then you're sitting there like rubbing your foot on the ground, like, or anywhere, trying to like relieve. And I don't know, that would drive me nuts on my feet, I think.
Yeah.
Because I'm on my feet all the time. But then again, like, what am I going to be doing? Like sitting on the ground trying to rub my butt on the ground, you know?
You
Like,
just stand there and just deal with it. But like I feel
deal
like
with it. You let it be itchy and you
itch.
like clench your butt cheeks and you just like kind of relieve the itch gently, and then even it comes back. Like we've all had an itchy butthole, I'm sure, at one point or another.
Yeah.
You know?
Like I think like nothing. I hate itchy foot.
Something about this is so funny. It's like I'd rather my foot itch for a week than my butt itch for a week.
Like a dog with worms scratching their butt.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of with you, Chelly. Like because I can't stand an itchy foot.
Nah,
it drives me
it's
nuts.
Horrible. Because like
an itchy butthole is terrible.
Like you don't just itch the foot; you tickle your foot as you're itching the foot.
You're suffering. You're suffering trying to just itch your foot. Like literally. Like I feel like my foot is itchy right now thinking about this. Not my butthole, but my foot is like the arch of my left foot is like a little itchy thinking about this. And it's stressing me out.
I'm sticking to my guns and I'm picking the butthole.
I'm agreeing with you. And I know that
you.
sounds wild, but like I just think that I don't know. You could at least like ignore it.
But
you can't ignore a foot itch.
Is the worst. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sticking to butthole.
I live with this. Just the word butthole makes me giggle. Okay. So it's this is our last one. I'm gonna put it in chat in a sec. Would you rather have, they called them ghost farts, but silent farts, or good breath? But you have some options here. Your farts never make a sound or smell. Your breath never smells or tastes bad. Or you can have both, but you have to pay $70 a month, $69. I always round up. Or neither, but you find $20 on the street. That's just what I found on that. Would you rather Reddit?
I'm gonna say
go ahead.
Breath, because I have like chronic bad breath, I feel.
Okay.
And it's because like I have like tonsils. Like in my tonsils I sometimes get like tonsil stones.
Oh my god, me too.
Aren't they fucking annoying?
It's been like a while since I've had them. I haven't had to deal with them for a while because I haven't been like around whatever that would trigger it. I totally relate to that.
Like I'm using Listerine, so I haven't had like tonsil stones for quite a while. But I have like just chronic bad breath. And even if even if I brush my teeth like 10, 15 minutes later, I feel like my breath smells bad still.
Yeah, I relate to that completely.
So I would 100,000,000% choose good breath. What's that in?
Yeah, I would too, because it would never smell or taste bad, because you can like kind of taste.
You can taste your breath. You
can't always taste it, but like a lot of the time you can taste it.
Yeah.
You know it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, with toddlers like John, like in the morning.
Yeah.
I'll brush my teeth or whatever. But before I brush my teeth, I might greet the kids and bring them down or whatever. And he'll be like, "Ugh, mommy." Ugh.
Jordan does that too, and I'm like, I can't help it. I just have smelly breath. Okay.
I'm literally like, I haven't brushed my teeth yet, thanks. And wow, rude. Just kidding. That's so funny. I have tonsil stones too.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Aren't they just the worst? Like you can just feel them just sitting in your tonsil, and like you gotta like go in there and like pick them out.
You have to push them out.
Yeah, gotta get them out.
It's the only time.
And they smell so bad.
I've had to. Yep, I've been there.
Yeah, I'm going
Get your
back.
tonsils out. I thought about
I had my
eventually getting
tonsils
my
out.
tonsils out, but they haven't been an issue. Like when I was a kid, I was sick a lot. I'd get tonsillitis, strep throat, bronchitis.
Same.
Oh my God, ear
I had
infections.
strep
Ugh,
like strep throat like all the fucking time. I feel like, or
all
like
the time.
at least once or twice a year. And like I've thought about like getting them out, but as you just said, they haven't caused me many issues recently. Like I haven't had fucking strep throat for ages.
And I also haven't had tonsil stones that I have noticed in a good while now. I don't know why, but I haven't, or at least I haven't noticed or let them, like they haven't felt like they're there.
Well,
They may have been, but I haven't noticed.
if like you do feel them coming back, I do recommend getting Listerine, because I noticed that when I stop doing it like on a daily basis, I will have a couple tonsil stones pop up.
I actually, it's been probably a couple weeks since I've gotten Listerine. I need to get it, but I almost always, it's like
Oh,
mouthwash. I did mouthwash quite a lot. So when you said that, I was like, I wonder if that's why.
yeah, like Listerine is, I don't always, like sometimes I'm like I'm already like brushing my teeth, taking my pill. I don't have energy to do a third thing.
You're sitting there trying to do it for however long
And
they
then
want, and your
and then
mouth
it
is burning, and
fucking
you're like,
burning.
"Ugh,
Like I feel like
let me
as a
just spit this
kid,
out."
it did not burn as bad as it does now. Like it's like
Yeah, what the heck?
fire in my mouth. I swear they've like upped the alcohol or whatever, but
Terrible.
it burns so goddamn bad.
That sucks. You couldn't enjoy Christmas dinner. That's whack.
How rude.
Way
Whack.
rude. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely would prefer to just have go on with good breath. I don't
That's my
care about my
dream.
farts.
That's
I made
like,
that earlier.
yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
We in this group, we're fine with farts.
We're cool with
Okay,
farts. It's fine.
but like that would be like amazing if I woke up and I had like just I don't know what's good smelling breath, but like neutral breath where it smells like nothing. That'd be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. It'd be great. I approve of that. So, that was in the day when they did the surgery if you had tonsillitis more than once. See, that's what they kept telling me when I was a kid if I got it like another time, because I think I got it like twice tonsillitis, that I would have to get it taken out, but it ended up never following through. I don't know
Yeah.
if that was just the parental thing or what, but like as an adult, I've maintained it enough to where now I don't get them as often as I used to as a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, right before I start getting sick sometimes, or maybe a certain food, maybe I don't know. Something happens where like they will kick in, but it's pretty rare. Pretty rare nowadays. But I
Yeah.
had them really bad for a long period of time where I know exactly how you feel about having to get them out,
Get them out, and they're like
smell,
they're
and you're
big,
just
and
like,
there's
what the
like
fuck
just
is
tons
this?
in there.
Yeah. Change that. They decided to. Yeah, that blows that theory, right?
Yeah.
Especially working from home, you probably don't really aren't
Yeah.
getting sick. So I feel that. I'm home with my kids a lot, so I think if I worked in the public, I'd probably get them more, honestly,
Mm.
because you just be around people and germs and just the existence of like life, and I just feel like
Yeah.
they're filters to your body, just like your nose and your ears and your just everything, your hair.
Mhm.
Everything is like a filter to your body going in. So like kind of feel that way with tonsils too. So like maybe it's just like buildup of all that shit. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I was like 10 and very seldom had whoever. Yeah, see, I was sick all the time as a kid. All the time.
I think just kids are like prone to just get sick essentially. Like we're sticking
Yeah.
our hands in our mouths and who knows what else. Like
Yeah. Just sending it, dude.
yeah, just ending life. When I was about 5, damn.
Wow.
I've like thought about it because I'm like maybe if I take out my tonsils, maybe my breath will get better. But I don't think
I mean,
you
it's
can
possible.
you can go to a doctor and say, hey, I want this, I want these out. Just
if you
because
told them that you get constant tonsil stones, they might consider it.
But like, do I want to do that?
I mean, do you want to go through the whole procedure?
Exactly.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just like now as an adult, I like have accepted my smelly breath, but like as a kid, like kids would like mention it, and I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah, like leave me alone.
I just have smelly breath. Okay, leave me alone.
Yeah, shoe fly.
Like, you can't chew gum at school. Hello.
Yeah, they get mad.
Yeah.
Not allowed. Anyways, well, that was a freaking what a freaking podcast tonight.
Yeah, I love the Would You Rathers. They're my favorites.
They're fun. They're so fun.
They're so fun. And there's always like new ones.
Give you ice cream.
They give you ice cream and pudding and stuff. So that's
All
nice.
that soft, delicious, sweet stuff.
Yeah.
But
still.
sometimes I want some potato chips. I don't know.
Well, you could have them once your throat's cleared up. It's all
But,
like, you could
once
never.
they're clear. But like, what if you want that then at that moment, and
You
someone's having
could-
a dank meal, and you just like Goofin said, she couldn't have Christmas dinner.
Well, for
What's up?
potato chips, you could like soggy them up like in your mouth and just swallow them.
I don't know why potato chips became a thing
I
that
don't
I need
know.
to have because they're not a priority in my life. But for some reason,
But now they are.
something crunchy.
Yeah.
They came out with chocolate covered potato chips. Such an American thing. Oh my god! But they were so fucking good. Oh my god. I don't think they make them anymore.
True. You're very right, Goofid.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck that.
Fuck that shit.
Probably still send it.
Yeah.
Knowing myself.
Probably.
Maybe not. I haven't had like surgery on my mouth in a long time, so I wouldn't want to mess with that.
I've never had surgery on my mouth. Ever.
Good.
Yeah.
not very
Fuck
fun.
yeah. I bet.
The sounds of all that happening in your head is just
Well, like
like
I've had like tonsils taken out. No, not tonsils. Wisdom teeth.
oh, there you go.
So I guess
I think it's surgery. Yeah,
I
'cause
lied.
I still have my wisdom teeth.
I have two still. I got the bottom ones taken out, but the top ones are still in. And my left side, I gotta get that fucker out.
Is it bugging you?
Every once in a while, like, it starts acting up. Like now, it's like right now, as of right now, it's totally fine. But sometimes if I chew too much stuff on that side, it'll like irritate the skin around it, and it just doesn't have a good time, and it starts hurting, and then the pain will stop. Just
I totally get it. I have two compacted wisdom teeth that are like growing
Oh my god.
that way.
Oh my god.
They're done growing. They don't affect me, but like they're there.
Yeah, and like
and I
they're
maintain
there.
the best that I can, and then these ones are normal, but like still, it's just crowded.
Yeah.
We're crowded in there. Sorry, teeth. Sorry, mouth. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Should we find someone to raid?
So Chewy's playing, so I don't know if you want to raid Chewy.
Let's raid Chewy.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
I'm gonna start.
Okay.
I'll
gonna
start
set
the
it?
raid. Yeah, I'll
Great.
send it. Start raid. Okay, and then I didn't switch my friggin' thing over to the water.
If anyone's on,
stream
oh
tab.
sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm just talking.
If anyone's on social medias of any sort, in the top right corner of our stream, here we have the names of our Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. Please go give those a follow. Specifically YouTube and TikTok because they have clips and bits from the streams and all of the or check the links. Chelly's on it. She's got a freaking stream deck. Hello. I'm not nearly as cool over here.
We're rating.
So yeah, and let's give Chewy all the love over there. He's streaming, I think Fortnite maybe.
Yeah, I think he's playing Fortnite.
He's loud and proud, and definitely sounds. He'll give his whatever the Chewy thing is, which is fabulous, and I love it. And yeah, it's hot. I had to open and close my window a couple times, but I saw a bunch of mosquitoes coming in, so I was like, close it, open it, close it.
I got my little fan here, keeping me nice and cold, just in case you guys hear some like humming in the background. That's just my little fan, and you're gonna hear
Yeah,
it
same.
all summer long.
Sorry.
Not sorry.
Anyways, you guys all have a good night.
Yeah.
Peace and love.
Bye,
and
everyone.
What a great Wawta Wednesday.
Bye. And then mute our show.
It was lady last week building stuff.